What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim's Sports Talk. And today we have another play-by-play. The Pittsburgh Steelers traveling down a little bit south to take on their division rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Baltimore Ravens, and it should be a good one. It's usually always good when these two teams meet, but you know these two teams hate each other. You know these two teams go after each other, and we're here for it. We are here for it. All right, let me just get myself, make sure I'm all situated here. We're going to flip it over to the end game. I already got that up there. Just got to get the chat a-brewing. There's the chat. And I decided to go early today. We'll talk more about the Ravens Steelers, but Washington has been eliminated. From playoff contention with the victory of the Packers. Packers ended up manhandling the Vikings 41-17. 41-17 destruction. Now we also have on top of that, the Cowboys could end up with the number 1 overall seed. So we're in trouble. We are in trouble, to say the least. Actually, no, sorry, we're not in trouble. We're dead. We are dead. You know, we say we're not dead yet. We are officially dead in the water. Man. I watched maybe 4 minutes of it. Yuki, you got the dub? Good. I bet on you guys. Thank goodness. I bet on the money line, too, for you to take down the Raiders. So, I did bet on you guys. That's good. I'm not going to bet on this game, though. This game seems like a complete toss-up. If I were to pick it, though, I would take the Steelers. I really would. I think Mike Tomlin is going to have this team ready, and it's going to be good. Nice. You want an OT? Yep. Game over. Is Lamar playing? I'm not sure, actually. It's a good question. I don't think so. Let's see, do we have any word on that? Let's take a look here. Injury report. Wait, where is it? Don't they normally put some injury? There it is. All right, Lamar Jackson's not on the top of the list. He would have to be on the top of the list, right, if he's not playing. So I would imagine Lamar Jackson would be playing today then. Lamar will be playing. What up, Pat? What up, ugly game? Yep. The Steelers QB is starting to come around. Kenny Pickett? I liked Pickett coming out. I'm glad that he's coming around. He's solid. Ravens going to lose this one? That's what I think, man. Time to focus on the Capitals, since they are a much better team in hockey compared to the Commies in football. Yeah, they're a little bit better, but a little bit better organization than what we have. All right, full disclosure also for you guys. My throat is killing me. Absolutely killing me. I swallow and I feel it in my ears. Like, it hurts. So, got a cough drop in there right now. I got some hot chocolate just to put something warm. But we're going to try to get through this game. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get through this game. I had doubts about Lance. That is different than doubting the team. I never doubted your team. Oh, raise your hand whoever doubted the 49ers at the beginning of the season. I think I did a little bit, didn't I? I believe I did. I think I doubted the Niners. I don't remember why, per se. But I don't know. I was never like a 49ers believer by any stretch, because I don't like Jimmy G. I mean, good for Brock Purdy, though. He's been pretty good. I always thought they were a playoff team, yeah. Maybe I always thought that they were a playoff team. Doubt, I guess, is a weird thing to say. I don't know. I don't remember what I thought. I don't. I would lean towards to say that I was a doubter of the Niners, but I don't remember. Capitals owner Ted Leonsis, who I've met, by the way, is 1,000 times better than... Yeah. He is. I never had them go into the Super Bowl, but playoffs for sure. Yeah, I have the Bucks in the Super Bowl. Say what? Say who? Oh, it hurts. Look at the stats for the Raiders game. I saw it was high scoring, 37 to 34. Pretty crazy high scoring, huh? Brock Purdy, 25 to 35, 284. Christian McCaffrey had a beautiful day. Jacobs was pretty mediocre at best. Right around 4 yards a carry. 1 touchdown. Jarrett Stidham, 23 for 34, 365, 3 tugs. Wow. Devontae Adams had a big day. Darren Waller's back. That's good. Good. Purdy had a mediocre day. Not bad, not great. Yeah, pretty solid. 284, 2 tugs, interception. You know, not too bad. You'll take that all day long, especially with that run game. 19 carries, 121. All night long. All right, we're going to do the YouTubes. Get this game up here. What? Hold on. Hold the phone. There we go. Now let's do YouTubes. Now let's do YouTubes. Now let's do sign in. All right, there it is. There it be. Make sure quality's good. We're doing good. All right, what's up, everybody? Never had the playoff for sure. Look at the stats for the radio game. Okay, got to check on my dinner. Slow cooking some stuff. Got to get my grill rolling. There you go. Enjoy. Yanni Jarvis. The best D in the league gave up 37 points to a backup on a terrible team. Not worried, to be honest. I mean, he's got some weapons over there, but I don't know how Jarrett Stidham actually looked. Maybe Stidham looked pretty good. He shouldn't be talking. You lost to the Saints. Minshew's horrible. Nuts said. Gotcha. Texans were so close to pulling out the victory today. I saw you like post a funny picture. Was it? It's not even. It wasn't even close, right? Yeah. It was very close, actually. I apologize. You know, at least you guys had both a 3 in your score. I'll take it. Did you see Rivera not have a clue we would be eliminated today? He actually didn't know we could get eliminated. Also, Major Tutty is cursed, and he isn't even a day old. Oh, yeah, Major Tutty. Yeah. Is that what they called him? Major Tutty? Really? That's what they called the mascot? You noticed my picture was edited? It looked real to me. Well, you know what? Now that you mention it, our pass defense was not having a good day. Fair enough. That's his name. Major Tutty is his name. Good one. Good one. Major Tutty is my arch rival. Pig on pig action. You know, Dr. Pig, did you hear that I swam with the piggies in the Bahamas? I'll have to share it in the Discord. I got jiggy with the piggies. That's what they said over there. With the Bahamians. The Bahamians. Bahamians? 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 What are people from the Bahama? Bahamians? Bahamians? I don't know. You let me know. Okay, Tim, we get it. You're making the YouTube money. No need to flex. I just thought it was funny that I swam with the piggies. Jiggy with the piggies. I got a new shirt and everything. I'll go get it. I'll be right back. Here we go. Pig squad. Swimming pigs. There you go. I'm a part of your squad now, pig. I'm a part of your squad. Tim, if you want to be a 49ers fan, come on in. Good luck, man. I hope they win for you, dude. Hope they win. Because I'd rather have you, the Bucks, or who's the other one? I really wouldn't rather have the Vikings. So I guess in the NFC, I would love for the Lions to win too. That'd be fun. That'd be cool. I'll take Dr. Pig over Major Tutty. If any of y'all want to be Texans fans, don't. True. Just, we are so bad. We are pathetic. Carson Wentz was so bad today. But what are you going to do? All right, let's go back to the Steelers-Ravens game. So, wow, it's basically a 50-50 split when these two teams play. Wow. 49.3 for the Steelers, 50.0. 0.7% they tie. Steelers only a 1-point underdog, so the Ravens 1-point favorites. Over under 35.5. Really? Really? Over under 35.5. That's interesting. I feel like if I were... I really don't want to touch this game, but I probably... If there was any bet I would take, is that over 35.5. I think that's low. Fire with a pull, me or Major Tutty. There we go. Pick your pig. Ready? The Dr. Pig. Or Major Tutty. Yeah, we're going to do that. And then we're going to do... I have to tell people who this is, I guess. Commander Mascot. Because I didn't even know that until you just said it. The Dr. Pig. The one. And only. Our Commander Mascot. Boom. Pick your pig. Pick your pig. Just now eliminated. We were eliminated in the preseason. So the Kirk Cousins 1 p.m. stuff is real all along. Yep. Miami Dolphins fake doctors are back. Tua has a sprained ankle, bruh. He has a broken hand. Wait, what? Jeez. Are you going to do the Saturday night game next week? The Saturday night game? Potentially. I don't know if I'm doing anything else. What's next week? What's next week? Hold on. Next week? Wait, what's Saturday night game? Everything's on Sunday. I don't see a Saturday night stream. What's going on next Saturday night? No, they'll do a Saturday night game on ESPN next week. You think? I thought I thought the final Sunday of this regular season is always all on Sunday. Like all the games are on Sunday. I could be wrong. Let's see who won the fantasy in my league. I have to pay out. All right, let's see who won. Oh, wow. It's not going to be decided until tomorrow night. Wow, it's close. It's close. Wow. Close over there. But anyway. Man, Kirk had a rough day. But anyway. What up, Draco? What's kind of funny is I work at the Caps practice facility at Slapshot. And Slapshot, the Caps mascot, has had the other DC mascots come in at times. So I see Major Tuddy. I may see him in real life. Oh, nice. Y'all need to let go of Derek Forrest. Dude was blowing plays for y'all. He was horrible. He's been horrible the last couple of games. Like, holy crap, he's been bad. Like, there's arguably no player in the entire football league that has regressed more from the beginning of the season after like the first 6 games or something till now. Derek Forrest has had a full-scale collapse. It's horrible. They did last year, are you sure? You could be right. Let's see. They did have 2 Saturday games. You would have been right. They had a Saturday, January 8th, and a Saturday, or 2 games, yeah. Cowboys, Eagles, and Chiefs, Broncos. When you're right, you're right. What a game that was at the end, huh? That was wild. Anyway, that was last year. Now we're in this year. Week 17. The commies need the Steelers to win for a better draft pick. Ah, yes, because this is now officially where we're going to start looking at draft picks. That's a great point. Great point. NFL draft order. So we're currently sitting at 15th. So if we lose the last week, if we can have Cleveland win, Jets win, Tennessee win, New Orleans win. So we could potentially move up a few spots, potentially. I don't know what the likelihood of all those teams winning are. Titans are in an interesting spot because Titans, they'll win. If they win, they go from the 11th pick all the way into the playoffs. So we need the Titans to make the playoffs. So we could sneak theoretically to the 10 spot if a lot of things happen, but we'll pick somewhere between 10 and 15. Assuming we don't win next week, which I doubt we will. Interesting. For Sunday night. All right, so we're about 6 minutes away from kickoff. So kickoff will happen soon. I don't see any good tackles in the first round. I don't know, man. Is that true? I haven't looked at it all. So 7-9-1, the big step Ron Rivera was talking about for year 3, yeah. I saw one dude that looked interesting. I don't remember what team he played for now, but he was like 6'6", 330 or something. Was he from Tennessee or something like that? Could be an interesting player. Interesting. In the first round, I say y'all should get a cornerback like Cam Smith. Will Cam Smith be in the top 15? Ooh, Tyler Huntley's going to play. Check out Darnell Washington. He's a tight end. He is 6'7", projected to go in the second round. Be kind of irritated if we draft another tight end. Not because we don't necessarily need a tight end, but man, come on. You can't draft a tight end year in and year out, man. Just, you got to make them work. I didn't want to draft either one of those tight ends, so. Like, I wish we just had Tommy Tremble. Tommy Tremble scored a touchdown today. I wonder what kind of year he's had. Ooh, not much. Not much. But their passing game sucks, though. I wonder if they just never use him or what. Or is he no good? I don't know. I don't watch Carolina games very often, but this is the guy I wanted out of Notre Dame. This guy, 6'4", 250, can run a 4.5, like great speed, great size. Can run, catch, and block. He's a good player. You also just lost your shot at benching Taylor. Yeah. Why is it not sending? Sometimes, man, I swear, this like phone. I don't know. Sometimes it just won't let me send an iMessage. Knowing this organization will do something dumb like trade up for Stenson Bennett. Tim, are you willing to offer a first rounder for Sean Payton to the Saints? Why would it? Somebody was saying that earlier. Why would we trade? Why would we have to trade the Saints for a coach? That makes no sense. And no, I'm not willing to trade a first rounder for Sean Payton. He's not even my first choice. So why would I trade it for a first rounder? Well, super breaking news. Denver Broncos offered Jim Harbaugh the coaching job. Is that true? Well, just shocked by Jim Harbaugh's decision. TCU celebrates trolls Michigan. Jim Harbaugh's dad, Jack, appeared to question son for not calling timeout. Broncos have reached out. There it is. Broncos have reached out to John Harbaugh. Reportedly contacted by Denver Broncos. It's not a bad hire. He was pretty good in San Francisco. Excuse me. They said you do? That's so weird. New chant. We are the Commanders. We like to command the Commanders. We are the Commanders. Very interesting end. The Bucs traded for a coach and won the Super Bowl that same year. Sean Payton's an offensive genius. I mean, I don't dislike Sean Payton. I just want to go youth, man. I want a young coach. Somebody that we could have a coach for 10, 15, 20 years, you know? Have the next Mike Tomlin, the next Bill Belichick, the next Andy Reid, you know? Like, have Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll is old as dirt, though. But youth, man. I want youth. I'm glad we gave Taylor a chance. I hope he goes and signs it with another team. Yep. I hope he follows Scott Turner. Scott Turner, go somewhere else. Buccaneers punter got 4.5. Buccaneers punter rate of 4.540? No way. They should have just named them the Asterix. Not sure any coach wants to get a job where they are saddled with a $100 million bad QB. Talking about the Broncos? Yeah. No, I don't want that. Or John Harbaugh. That was another good hire. He's in his 15th season. Like, I want the next young, great coach. Oh, nice. No retread, no nothing. Give me somebody fresh and new, man. What up, Juris? I'm in the building, that's right. Bobby Slowick. I'm sure any offensive-minded coach will look at that and go, no, I am not fixing my career to the mess, to this mess. Yeah. He's new and fresh. Bobby Slowick. He's one of the quarterbacks, right? Wait, Slowick or Slavic? You talking about the one from USC? Oh, he's the coach. He's a coach. I thought you were talking about one of the quarterbacks or something. He used to coach for their Skins, too. 10th year as an NFL. Age 35. I don't care. Sure. He was a defensive assistant, defensive quality coach, offensive assistant, offensive pass game specialist, offensive pass game coordinator. But here we go. We're about to get kickoff here in Baltimore. And Pittsburgh will get the ball first, and it will be a touchback here. Will be a touchback, and there's Kenny Pickett running onto the field. Rookie first-round pick number 20. Apparently has had a much better showing the last couple of weeks. And they can actually sneak their way still into the playoffs. They have not been eliminated. Win 2 games, and you give yourself a chance. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Kenny Pickett single back formation with Najee Harris. Man goes in motion from right to left, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here is Najee Harris, dives ahead for a gain of about 2. Oh, by the way, Ritter led the game-winning drive. Nice. I'm just going to say, have you seen Dr. Pig and Tutty in the same room together? Ooh. Conspiracies. Conspiracies. If Warner's son is graduating this year, whoever we hire talks to him and see if he wants to be a QB coach. Gotcha. Kurt Warner's son. Here we go. 14 and a half minutes to go in the first quarter. We're just starting this game off. Takes the snap. Running to his left, and a quick throw over to the tight end, Freiermuth, and Freiermuth will get a gain of about 6. So 3rd down and short coming up here for the Steelers. Coach Ron Rivera, how does it feel to be eliminated? We're eliminated? Hilarious. I didn't see that at all. So I saw people talk about it. That's just nuts, huh? Kenny Pickett was the only QB number 1 in the 2022 draft. What? Kenny Pickett was the only first-round QB in the 2022 draft. Did I say 2020? Maybe I said 2020. My fault. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Fullback run, and he will get it. No doubter. Gains about 3 yards on 3rd and 1, and that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Steelers. It's T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt coming from the tight end spot, from like the wing, and he just goes right up the middle. Nice run. Dr. Pickett retired practicing medicine and decided to spend his retirement as a new mascot. Yeah. Where does a bargain, though? They got value? Yep. Here we go. 2 receivers to each side. Now one goes in motion, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here for Harris. Harris zigzagging his way through, and he's going to fall forward for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. 2nd down and 5 or so coming up here for the Steelers. You know, man that has a chance if he gets good coaching? Yeah. And I think Arthur Smith is a pretty solid coach. But here we go. There's Mike McDaniel, the Ravens defensive coordinator here. He's having a really good season. Takes a snap. Quick throw over to the right side. It's caught by Steve Sims. Sims will make the first guy miss, but then tackled by number 36. And that'll set up 3rd and 2 now for the Steelers. We went from controlling our own destiny to being eliminated in a span of 6 hours. Yeah, that's pretty impressive, huh? Carson Wentz, he's trash. He was horrible today. Horrible. Kenny Pickett in the shotgun. 3rd and 2. 3 receivers to the left. Ravens showing a blitz. See if they actually send it. Nope, they only rush 4. Pickett looking, scanning, now rolling to his left, has pressure, now comes back all the way into his check down and gets the first down. Getting it to Warren. Gain of about 8 yards or so up to the 45-yard line of the Ravens. Good job, Pickett, keeping his eyes downfield. He was trying to escape to the left, didn't like it, came back, kept his eyes up and looked, and finally came all the way back around and found T.J. Warren. Channel sold, 99-cent super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Here we go. 3 receivers to the left. In motion from left to right now. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here for Warren. Warren will just run right into Brandon Williams, I believe. And that's only going to be a gain of 1. Tim, how much would you pay Lamar Jackson if you were the Ravens? Not as much as he's going to want. I promise you that. But I'm cheap on my quarterbacks. And as far as... You can't handicap yourself, man. You can't handicap yourself. You know, I feel like I would be okay with like $40 million a year, but he's gonna want like $55 million, and it's just way too much money, man. Way too much money. Here we go. T.J. Warren gets the jet sweep here to the left side, and oh no, he got tripped. One of the defenders. Now he's down the left sideline. And he will get inside the 10. Marcus Williams has to make the tackle. And it was inadvertent, but the Steelers player was going to block someone else and tripped up another guy. So he took 2 dudes out. And that allowed Warren to get out there running. And stayed in bounds. Great running by Warren. And now it's 1st and goal inside the 10. Here we go. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Pickett. Handoff up the middle here. And he's going to get to the 10-yard line. Ooh, they said he must have stepped out of bounds earlier than I thought. He only got to the 13-yard line. So now it'll be 2nd and 7. I knew it. Had a bad feeling all week. I also knew they would get out-coached. The staff must go flat out. Yep. TD Steelers. Oh, you predicted it, huh? No such thing as hate speech. What? Mark, you keep talking about trash. I'm going to have to ban you. We don't allow hate speech. So no comparing trash to something as awful as Wentz. Yeah, there you go. Takes a snap. Handoff to Najee Harris. Jumping over defender. And he gets tackled after a gain of about 5.5 or so. 3rd and short here for the Steelers. Ooh, Kenny Pickett's going to go hurry up offense here. They're just going to go no huddle. Here we go. Kenny Pickett under center. Single back formation. Takes the snap. QB sneak. Kenny Pickett will fight and get it. And they are inside the 3-yard line now, so it's going to be 1st and goal for the Steelers. Yes, there is. Comparing trash to Wentz shows hate towards trash, and that is no-no. Lamar's not worth paying. Why would you pay a QB all that money to play half the season because he gets injured every year? He plays more than half the year. And he also is usually back for the playoffs. But he does have a stint where he usually gets hurt a couple of... Those mobile quarterbacks, man, it's tough. Takes the snap. Handoff up the... No. Never mind. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Steelers false start. If I was the Steelers right here, 4 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left, and that would be my man, George Pickens. Out wide to the left, and I'm fading it up to that 6'3" body. Ooh. Tim, would you say Lamar is a poor man's Michael Vick? No. 3 receivers to the right, takes the snap. Pumping, looking, scanning, now rolling to his left. Going to throw it back shoulder and incomplete, looking for Najee Harris. What do you mean? You wouldn't tell Pickett to ignore his best receiving option? Yeah, exactly. $35 million with about $15 million worth of incentives is what I would give Lamar, so you don't have to cut half your vets. Yeah. Here we go. Pickett under center. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Najee Harris. Najee Harris will dive ahead and get back the penalty yards that they lost. So it'll be 3rd and goal now from about the 2.5-yard line. What up, Paul? What's all this QB talk about? It's coaches that we need? Yeah. Washington take Skorinski from Northwestern or Branch from Alabama. Skorinski's not getting past 10. We're not getting him. Who are these people? Are they tackles? I haven't looked into college players much at all. We'll start diving into that in a little bit, though. Not too much longer. Here we go. 3 receivers to the left. 4 receivers to the left. Here we go. George Pickens to the right. One-on-one. Takes the snap. Fading it to the back of the end zone. And great defense by Stevens. And George Pickens couldn't come down with it. That is the play I would call. And it's great coverage there by Stevens. He pokes it away. Yep, I agree. Good coverage. Hand-to-hand combat. Oh, that is tremendous coverage. George Pickens high points out and everything, but Stevens gets his hand in there. That is awesome coverage. Branch is a great corner. Ah, it's a corner. Gotcha. The kick is up, and the kick is good. All right, Steelers get the first lead of the game, 3-0 here. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. So it took about 8 minutes off the clock on the opening drive. Not too shabby for the Steelers. So now we'll see Tyler Huntley and the Ravens for the first time tonight. Watt brothers are 3 in the NFL. Yep. Scorsese is the best lineman in the draft. He was like the top center prospect, but they need him to play offensive tackle, and he dominated. Interesting. Interesting. I looked up the top linemen before, top tackles NFL draft 2023. There's Skorinski that you were talking about from Northwestern. Who was it? There was an interesting one. Obviously, I have a lot of film to watch. I don't know much about these guys as far as film is concerned. But it's 6'5", 295, meh. 6'8" to 305, but he's from BYU. Meh. Obviously, oh, here he is. Yeah, Darnell Wright. Tennessee senior, 6'6", 335. Playstyle brick wall. Early day 2. Okay, so second round pick projection. He was a 71 grade. Curious, let's watch this one play. He's number 54. The most difficult part of 31's game is managing speed to power. He has a ton. Tennessee right tackle Darnell Wright was ready for that challenge. All right. Not bad. I mean, whatever. It's one play. We'll have to do a lot more research. Cody Mouch, 6'6", 303. Projected another second-round pick. Broderick Jones out of Georgia, 6'4", 310. It's a little small. Little small. When Jones squares up on the defensive end cleanly, he's the most impressive tackle in the class, but he's built like a slab of granite with very low body fat for a 300-plus pound tackle. Interesting. The fact he was so adept at moving people against their will in only his first season as a full-time starter is a good sign for his NFL prospects. Okay. 6'4" is a little light for a tackle. I don't know. We got a lot of research to do now that we know where we are in the draft roughly. There's a 6'9" dude that he'll go in the first round, left tackle. All right. Here we go. There's the kick. And it will be caught at the goal line here. Going right up the middle. Nice little shake and bake. Gets past the 25, and he'll get tackled right around the 27, 28-yard line. So that is where Huntley and the offense will start their first drive of the night with 6:56 to go here in the first quarter. Let's see what he has. So would you let Lamar walk if he wanted $45 to $50 million? A year, depending on how long. I mean, if it was like an 8-year deal or something, then maybe I would consider it because we can kick it to the back end. Here we go. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. J.K. Dobbins makes the carry, and he's going to get tackled for 3-yard gain. So it'll be up to the 30-yard line. That'll be 2nd and 7 for the Ravens. Yeah, so it depends on like how many years, right? If I was doing 4 years, absolutely not. I'm not paying that. It's a no, absolutely not paying him that. Not doing it. You're basically committing yourself to not winning the Super Bowl if you do. Here we go. Huntley in the shotgun. Empty backfield right now. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking to throw. Quick throw over the left side, and it'll be caught for the first down. Interesting play call. Mark Andrews. They go empty backfield set, but with 3 tight ends and a running back out wide to the left. There's only 1 receiver on the field. And they do pass the ball. They look for Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews finds the hole in the zone. Quick throw. Very reliable man for whoever the quarterback is usually in Baltimore. Mark Andrews been one of the top 3 tight ends, top 2. Statistically, he was a top number 1 last year, even over Travis Kelce. Here we go, under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Man in motion, takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Here is J.K. Dobbins, and he gets stuffed for no gain. 3 dudes there, T.J. Watt included, Leal And I believe whoever the linebacker was, all meeting him right there at the line of scrimmage. And that'll be no gain. 2nd and 10 now for the Ravens. Just Google his agent wants 9 years, 450, not worth it. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, how much of that is guaranteed? Like, where is it loaded? I don't know. It could become worth it potentially. It all depends on how it's structured. Huntley in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right. Puts a man in motion, takes the snap, looking, pumping, stepping up. Huntley running to the right side, and he'll be out of bounds. No, wait, he takes it actually. Nice run by Huntley, and he gets close to the first down marker there on 2nd and 10. And it looks like he may just have 3rd and inches. Allen's better change his approach to the game, too, before he gets wrecked. Allen? Who? Osiris Torrance is the top guard in the draft. We need guard help, baby. And he'll be there for us? No, I'm not drafting a first-round guard at all. You're talking about Josh Allen? I got you. Greg Roman or Scott Turner? Greg Roman. Don't make me say it. Ugh, I hate it. Here we go. Single back formation. Takes a snap. Handoff to the left side. Stretch run to the left. And it will be enough for the first down. J.K. Dobbins on the carry. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Ravens keeping the drive alive. The question I have is, do we take a swing at Meyer if he falls to us? Man, he's such a stud. I wish we didn't draft tight ends in back-to-back drafts. Otherwise, I would say fine. But we draft like donkeys. Patrick has the record, 10 years, $400 million. Lamar is not close to that at all. Yeah. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Puts a man in motion. Play action. Huntley rolling to the right. Now he's going to keep it himself, and Huntley will get a gain of about 4 or so, setting up 3rd and 6 as he crosses midfield. Gets to about the 48-yard line. So 3rd and 6 here with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. This is the first drive of the Ravens. So both teams having reasonably long drives. This one's already taken 4 minutes off the clock. See if they keep it going. Tyler Huntley, I don't recognize him. Yeah, he's been the backup a couple of years, and he's solid. Solid backup for the Ravens. 3rd and 6. 3 receivers to the left. Gets him to go on 2. Looking, throwing it to the left side. Has his man Mark Andrews, and he will get the first down. Edmonds makes the tackle, but not before Mark Andrews gets the first here. So the Ravens continue this football drive. And they're on the cusp. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm just kidding. They have Justin Tucker. They're in field goal range the moment they get the football, but you know what I'm saying. Lamar's out again. Yep. How about Tyler Steen from Bama? No idea. Trust me, we're going to be going over a lot of this stuff over the next year. So, yeah, definitely in the Discord, send me names that you would want me to check out. And, yeah, that'll be definitely good. We're going to start looking at a lot of people in that range. I'm not going offensive guard, though, first round. Wait, what? Challenged by Baltimore. What was challenged? Yep, it is a first down. Oh, they didn't give him the first. They said he was just short? Interesting. It should be a first, in my opinion. Lamar stays hurt. True. When you see huge numbers for contracts, they're not going to get all that money. That's why you have to lower the guaranteed. For instance, Pat Mahomes is only guaranteed $141 million. Yes, exactly. And that's why it's like, it all depends. I actually loved the Mahomes contract in a sense. Like, first of all, he's the best quarterback in the league, in my opinion. Right? So, but they stretched it out so long that it almost made it so it's actually a reasonable contract for a guy like Patrick Mahomes. It was a very team-friendly deal, actually. So if we're paying Lamar 9 years, $450 million, guarantee like 300 of it or something, I don't know. Maybe even less, because as you said, it's only 141 for Pat, so maybe 250 of it getting guaranteed. And then you kind of backload it so that when you can cut him and save a ton of money off your cap, right? Where it's like, in the beginning, he's a huge cap hit, but by year 5, you can maybe not year 5, but by year 6, theoretically, you could cut him and save a ton of money, right? If that's where it come down to. Obviously, if you're signing Lamar Jackson for 9 years, you hope you never have to cut him. But you got to protect the team, right? And Lamar Jackson makes a ton of money. He's life-changing money, forever set for his life. And we have a chance to win, man. That's how I would do it. But hear me out, Tim. We should draft another Alabama defensive lineman. Pig? You almost are making me want to vote for Major Tutty, all right? Be careful. Be careful, Pig. We got 54 of you in the chat. What's up, everybody? All right, that was a fun poll. Of course, we're picking the Dr. Pig. The Dr. Pig. We're going to end that one. Who do you guys got in this game? Who do you got? Who do you... If I could type, who do you got? Question mark. Do you have the Ravens? Or do you have the Steelers? Ask the community. Here we go. Enter review. That did make the first down. Okay, that makes sense. I thought he did. I'm surprised they didn't give him the first down on the snake. That's interesting. So the call is reversed. Good challenge there by the Ravens. Don't know why they had to challenge it, but it is what it is. That's what the Ravens or the refs are for you, you know? Heard Saban wants another shot at the NFL. Really? He's too old. That's what I'm just trying to go for 7-8-2 next year. We're building something special in year 4. Tim, did you like the Commanders mascot? Meh. Here we go in the pistol. Thought about it. Change of the play. Now he goes under center, puts a man in motion, takes the snap. Pitch play to the left is J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins trying to be patient. Not a whole lot there. He dives forward for a gain of 2 out of bounds. So 2:24 to go here in the first quarter. Ravens have 2nd and 8. Saban's not going anywhere. Miss Terry told him no moving. Yeah. The Commanders mascot is whatever, you know. It's one of those things that'll probably grow on you in time. Like, the cool thing about a mascot is how long it's been there, the history of it. So obviously day 1 there is no history. Well, there's history of the Hogs, which is good, which I don't really like using it, but I'll get into it in a second. Here we go. Takes a snap, play action. Huntley stepping up, throwing it to the left side, and nearly intercepted by Sutton. He dove for it. Horrible throw there by Huntley. Not sure if he got hit or what. Looked like it was just a terrible throw. Or maybe he thought the receiver was going to go to the outside instead of the inside. But Sutton, diving for it, nearly had a pick. Yeah, I'm not sure what he was expecting. Just a little bit too outside there for Sutton. He didn't really have a clean look at it. I'm joking. Why keep Bama linemen when we can just go to the source with Saban? Yeah, there you go. 3rd and 8 after the incomplete pass here. Steelers will have to use their first timeout of the half. So this drive has taken over 5 minutes off the clock. So, man, only 2 drives. And we're already under 2 minutes. We're already under 2 minutes after the first quarter. Or of the first quarter, I should say. It was a 15-play, 73-yard drive for the Steelers that ended in a field goal. Now we're at a 9-play, 32 yards, or 5 minutes off the clock. Nearly 8 minutes for the Steelers' first drive. So, very interesting. Oh, okay, so they had a injured Steeler, it looked like, as well. There's Lamar Jackson, laughing and joking on the sideline. Good to see him in good spirits. Baltimore is clinched into the playoffs. Here we go. 3rd and 8. 3 receivers to the right. Tyler Huntley in the shotgun. Empty backfield now. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Quick throw over to the right side. Has his man Robinson. And he will get a gain of about 10.5 or so. Move the chain. 8.5. And that'll be a first down for the Ravens. Fitzpatrick has to make the tackle. There you go. Arteri is better. Yeah, once again, I was joking. I gotcha. His wife would literally murder him if he wanted to leave. There you go. Everyone on here was on the Chase Young bandwagon when I was saying we should have gone Herbert. Were you saying we should have gone Herbert at that time? Good for you, man. Good for you. Here we go. In the pistol. Fortunately, during that time, I didn't have a channel. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here for J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins with a nice run. Spinning off a tackle. It'll be a gain of about 14, 15 yards. And another first down for the Ravens. Ravens pouring it on here against the Steelers. Already under a minute to go in the first quarter. Let's see if the Ravens can end it with points here, or will they have to be held to or settled for a field goal, rather. Good job there by Ronnie Stanley not getting a hold on that play. I actually don't follow the draft when we chose Chase. I just read about the draft when it was all over. You're a genius, that's right. Please take over the GM press, yeah. Here we go. Huntley in the shotgun, takes a snap. Keeping it is Huntley up the middle here, and Huntley will dive ahead for a gain of about 4, maybe 5. So 2nd and 6, it looks like, coming up for the Ravens, and that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Did I say Lamar? I feel like I'm going to call Huntley Lamar several times today. I don't know. He kind of looks like him a little bit when he's out there. Like, he's got some quickness. Like, he doesn't really look that far off of Lamar Jackson's, like, slim build. Quick. They use him very similarly. Obviously, he's not as explosive, but he's got some traits that he's actually a great backup for Lamar Jackson. It doesn't seem like they have to quite change up the offense that much. Again, he's not as explosive as Lamar. Don't get me wrong. There's a reason he's the backup. Lamar's the starter. But all things considered, I think it's a really good backup to have a guy like Huntley. Sauce Gardner's an 87 overall. He's a stud, dude. Huntley isn't quite as beefy. Lamar Jackson's not beefy either. They're both pretty slim when they're out there. My mom got me Madden 23 yesterday. It for real is just Madden 22 and 21 with just updated rosters and uniforms. Yep. Yep. I liked Herbert coming out too. I didn't understand the hate towards Herbert. I really didn't. I loved Herbert actually coming out. I really did. Now, I never wanted him at pick 2 because we had Dwayne Haskins at the time. I didn't want to draft Dwayne Haskins. I wish we didn't. You know, we're like a draft behind everything that I want, and it's very annoying. I feel like Roulette Wheel with names taped to it would make a better GM than the last 10 GMs we've had, yeah. Needs to get a chunky Campbell's soup commercial to beef up. It is the legs. Huntley isn't as beefy in the legs. That may be true. That may be true. Remember when people hyped Jordan Davis in the draft? Jordan Davis was good. He was like a big run stuffer. Like as soon as he went down, the Eagles' run defense like tanked. Like Jordan Davis is good. Lamar got him some big legs strong. Remember Zach Wilson? Yeah. Sad with what's going on with Zach Wilson. I do feel for him in a sense. I mean, he's doing some of it to himself, though. He's very immature. He's got to grow up. Handling the New York media is very, very tough. I mean, it's crazy, but it's true. And then his offensive line is awful. He lost his best weapon in Brees. Like, there's stuff. It sucks, man. I bet we can get Zach cheap, lol. They're not letting him go. That's what happens when you draft a QB in round 1 and he becomes a bust. It totally screws up your team for years. True. Especially when you trade a lot. But at the same time, it doesn't completely. I mean, look at the Niners, right? They don't have their number 2 overall pick, and they're still looking really strong. Or number 3, rather. Number 3 overall pick. All right. Here we go. 2nd and 6 in the shotgun. Huntley takes the snap. Hands off the jet sweep. Getting it to the left side. And he does slip a tackle. But all of that for only a gain of a yard. So 3rd down coming up for the Ravens. Round 4 or 5. See if they've done well on third down so far. I believe they are perfect on third down. Ravens right now 2 for 2. Will they go 3 for 3 on third down? Zach Wilson and Sam Darnold had a bright future coming in the draft, but they never panned out. Yeah, Sam Darnold is way worse than Zach Wilson, in my opinion. But Sam Darnold had a pretty good day today until the end, I guess. Here we go. 2 receivers to each side. Huntley takes the snap, drops back, looking, pumping, now floating it to the back of the end zone, and incomplete. Looking for Deshaun Jackson, could not connect, and that'll bring up fourth down, and the Ravens will have to settle here for a field goal. Justin Tucker coming onto the field. So it could be a tie game here, assuming it's made. It is the greatest kicker of all time, so I would be quite shocked. Quite shocked if he missed this literal chip shot. But you never know, man. 49ers also lucked out in getting Trent Williams for the cheap. Yeah, well, they paid him a ton of money. But as far as draft capital, yes, only a fifth and a third was pretty dang good. But they did pay him like some absurd contract. So here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So we have a tied game now, 3-3. Here in Baltimore, 14:09 to go in the second quarter. Kenny Pickett looking to come onto the field for only the second time tonight. Already in the second quarter. I mean, just look at these two drives. Oh, both teams having over a 7-minute and 44-second drive to start this game. Wow. Nearly 16 minutes of game time off the clock before Kenny Pickett gets his second drive. Herndon most likely will go 3 or 4th round. Whoever's going to get him is going to win. That could be a good one. Hendon Hooker, yeah. After the injury. The Commanders cycle, start season bad, win a lot of games in the middle, perform horribly, and barely miss the playoffs, get bad draft pick, repeat, yeah. To the tune of Baba O'Reilly, QB wasted. The Jets are only a QB wasteland, yep. I think they would really mess up, honestly, very, very much so, if they let Wilson go. I think they need to give that kid the full contract. I think he has so much talent. There's so much potential there. You gotta coach him up right, and you gotta lead him properly, right? Not saying you just hand him the world for free, but you gotta show that you do believe in him. You want the best for him. Right, and I think that Robert Salah is doing a pretty decent job overall in there. I thought they outperformed where I thought they were going to be. They hit on most of their draft picks, especially in the first couple. With Sauce Gardner is an absolute stud. Probably should have been the number 1 overall pick, if we're being honest. Absolute beast. Then you had Garrett Wilson, stud receiver. Loved him coming out. He was my favorite behind George Pickens. He was my favorite in that first round. I know George Pickens was going to go later because of injury and whatnot. So Wilson was absolutely awesome home run pick. He's been great this year. Arguably Rookie of the Year, or Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then you have, because Rookie of the Year should be Sauce Gardner, and it's not even close. Then you have Jermaine Johnson they drafted. Breece Hall was studly. I mean, they hit on like all 4 of their early draft pick, which is awesome. Great for the Jets. So you got to continue to build on that and give Zach Wilson all he needs, man. Draft offensive linemen, continue to build that line, build line, build line, build line. The defense is already looking really good with Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner and company. Continue to add a couple more pieces to there and give it another. I mean, honestly, next year they could be dangerous if Zach Wilson grows up at all. All right, there's the kick. And it will be a touchback there. So the 25-yard line is where the Steelers will start this next drive. Hooker's a bit odd, though. He stands in the pocket flat-footed. Really weird. Gotcha. I haven't watched much Tennessee games for sure, but we're going to dive into all of that. More than like a statue. He is flat-footed till it's time to move, and he has some wheels, but there's no bounce at all on him. Gotcha. Here we go. Deontay Johnson in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here for Najee Harris. Nice jump cut in the hole, and he'll fall forward for a gain of 9. Seahawks fans think their DB should be Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who? Offensive Rookie of the Year is most likely going to be Kenneth Murray or Dameon Pierce. Both of those are solid. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here for Najee Harris. And going up there for 4 yards. Both of those are solid, but Garrett Wilson's having a nice year out of the wide receiver position, right? Garrett Wilson stats. He's got 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns as a rookie. Not too shabby whatsoever, right? You got, I know Kenneth Walker's been a stud this year. I think he's slowed down a little bit, right? Oh, well, he had a great day today. 900 yards and 9 touchdowns. That's a great argument there. And Dameon Pierce was studly earlier, too. Takes a snap, play action. Oh, my gosh, Kenny Pickett falls to the ground, and he just stays on the ground. This is not college. Kenny Pickett, get up. Kenny Pickett, you got tripped up. You have to be able to get back up. You didn't get tackled. It's not college. It's just because your knee hit the ground doesn't mean the game is over. Get back up and try to throw it. Have some urgency. That was a rookie mistake right there for Kenny Pickett. Him and Najee Harris tripped each other up. But you could have got up and threw that football out wide to the quick flat receiver or just throw it away. You did not need to take a sack there whatsoever. You had so much time to get up. 2nd and 17. Takes the snap. Drops back. Looking. Pumping. Now throws it to the left side. All right. Finds Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson will get a lot of those yards back. And set up a 3rd and manageable. 14-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 3 there. There you go. Pierce plays for the Texans. He's a rookie MVP. Dude had no help. Absolutely not. The Sauce Gardner is 1,000% the rookie MVP. 1,000%. Just no loves at him, so Pierce. What? Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 3. Pickett in the shotgun. Ravens bring a blitz. Pressure immediately. He has to escape, and he does. Roll into his right. Now he's going to throw on the run and finds his man, George Pickens. And that'll be a 1st down. There is a flag on the play. Not sure what the flag's going to be, but George Pickens comes away with a big catch for a gain of about 15 yards on 3rd and short. What is the flag? Oh, he was out of bounds. No. No. Illegal touching, George Pickens. He went out of bounds. Got to pay attention to your feet. So, wow, that carries a loss of a down. Why? Wow. I don't feel like that play should be a loss of down. That makes no sense. Why would an illegal touching be a loss of down? Wait, illegal touching's a loss of down? I hate Ron Rivera even more. So when that guy, the offensive lineman, had an illegal touching, we declined the penalty. If it's going to be a loss of down, why did we decline it? So stupid. Know the frickin' rules, bro. You're the NFL head coach. All right, nice punt there by the Steelers, punting it down to the 6-yard line as they down it. So well done there by the Steelers punter, and it's going to be a long field here for Huntley and the Ravens offense. Anyway, all right, so Kenneth Walker, definitely, arguably a big, 199 carries, 936 yards, 9 touchdowns. Great year for Kenneth Walker. And then Dameon Pierce, he's been studly too, and I've been very impressed with Dameon Pierce. I love Dameon Pierce. Out of the 4th round or 3rd round. Where was he drafted? He was really... so he's got 939 yards, 4.3 yards a carry, 4 touchdowns. So both in the conversation. Interesting. I don't know, man. They're very similar stats. He was a 4th round pick, man. We could have had him over Brian Robinson, even though I do love me some Brian Robinson, though. So I'm not really complaining on that front. Dameon Pierce, I think, is better, though, but both are good. I like both. I don't know, man. Who would you guys... This is interesting. So, Garrett Wilson stats. He's got over 1,000 yards, 4 tugs. Dameon Pierce at 930 something, and 4 touchdowns, I think it was. Kenneth Walker has more touchdowns with 9 and 936 yards, and he's been killing the last 2 weeks as well. He's finishing strong. Who would you guys take? I'm going to start a poll. That's a good one. And those are the only 3 that are really make sense, right? Maybe there's another one. All right, so 62% of you have got the Steelers. All right, let's start a poll here. I'm actually curious. This is a good question, I think. Who is your offensive rookie of the year? Dr. Pig for rookie of the year? True. Do you have Kenneth Walker, Garrett Wilson, add option, or Dameon Pierce? Ask your community. If we do a redraft, who would you select at every round? If you did a redraft, trade back is good for me. I would trade back. I'd probably just draft who I wanted, man. But I don't know. It's a good question. I would have to go look at everybody of where we could have got the people potentially and whatnot. My first 2 picks probably would have been Trevor Penning out of New Orleans, though, and George Pickens in round 2. Here we go. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap, handoff up the middle, and he will barely get back to the line of scrimmage. Gus the Bus. So it would be 2nd and 10 now for the Ravens. Ron Rivera is the M. Night Shyamalan of the NFL. Yeah. I have no idea. I don't know much about the M. Night Shyamalan at all. I have no clue. Nice play by TJ Watt. Ricard's a nice fullback, but you should not have him one-on-one with TJ Watt. Here we go. 5-man down lineman, but only a 4-man rush. Rolling to his right. Huntley throwing on the run. Finds his man over the middle, and he'll get a gain of 9. It's Deshaun Jackson. So 3rd and 1 now for the Ravens in their own territory. At their own 15. This could be a big stop here for the Steelers. He is the director of the Sixth Sense and Signs in the Village. Ah, gosh, he's a director. He makes movies, mostly bad ones. Ah. He made Signs. I liked Signs. Signs was a good movie. Sixth Sense I didn't watch too much. Like, I know of the movie, but I didn't really watch it. And then same thing with The Village. Here we go. Handoff up the middle, and it will be a no gain. So the Steelers get the hold. And the Ravens will be forced to punt here with about 9 minutes to go in the second quarter. And there's no way they go for it here this deep in their own territory. That would be very odd. They're at their own 15-yard line. You're basically giving points to the Steelers if you don't get it. Very risky. Game-changing corner, get Branch at 17. I don't know. Is he that game-breaking? There's the kick. And it will be caught, fair caught, at the 36-yard line by Steve Sims. So that is where Kenny Pickett will start, but there is a flag on the play. Ugh. So many flags. So many flags. On punt and special teams. Ugh, it's terrible. He makes high-concept movies, but more often than not, he doesn't pull it off. Oh. What was his latest one? Something to do with age or old? What? Branch ensured the win in the bowl game. That is for sure. Good for him. Holding receiving team by 39. Minka Fitzpatrick. So holding penalty. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty. So that means they will start at their own 26 instead of 36. And 1st and 10 for the Steelers. How would you evaluate our draft picks? Like our ones from last year? Jahan Dotson, I'll give him I don't know, B minus, C plus. He's been solid, but he's not exactly really what we needed, in my opinion. Fedarian Mathis was like an F minus or something. Like, horrible pick the day we drafted, and then he got hurt, didn't do nothing for us. Hated the pick. Now Deron Payne's playing like an absolute stud. You're probably going to pay him. And then you just drafted a rotational dude in the second round for like no reason. So, horrible pick the day we made. Brian Robinson, I'll have to give an A minus. Only the reason I'm doing the minus is because I don't like running backs early. I think running backs are a dime a dozen. But I do love me some Brian Robinson. Percy Butler was an F pick. He was a questionable draft pick the day we drafted. He hasn't done nothing on defense. He's just a special teamer. Could have got a lot more out of that fourth rounder. Sam Howell is a, incomplete, not applicable. We'll find out more on Sunday, I guess. I did like the pick the day we drafted it because I thought he had potential, and it's a fifth-round quarterback, and you throw him in the mix, maybe he's at least your backup for the next 4 years. So, but you never know. You don't know what you have in him, so not applicable. Cole Turner has been a D. He hasn't done like anything. All the hype, especially with all the hype at training camp, he has been below average. Not very good. Has he even scored? Like, I don't even know how much he's done. He may not even have 150 yards on the year. Am I wrong? Like, what's his stats? It's like nothing. Yeah, Cole Turner didn't even get a target today. $23 yards. That's it. With all the hype, you would have thought this guy was going to have 600 yards and 9 touchdowns and be a red zone threat. Like, wow. Sixth rounder. We didn't have a sixth rounder, right? We had 2 fifths and 2 sevenths. So no sixth rounder. Chris Paul, and not applicable, hasn't played at all. And Christian Holmes, I'll give that one a solid B. A minus. 7th round pick. He's giving you some minutes. I'm not mad with Christian Holmes at all. Here we go. 1st and 10. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. And diving ahead up to the 31-yard line. Gains about 5 yards on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 5 now. Instead of action, I shouldn't say nothing. Yeah. For the 8th round pick, Christian is an A. Yeah, I like him. If you give him an A, I don't even disagree. He's getting decent minutes as a 7th rounder. I'm fine with him. We need a GM, HC, DC, and OC. Yeah. Here we go. Pick it under center. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap. Jet sweeping it and zigzagging around. Nice run here, and he'll get the first down. Is Skolinski or whatever his name is? Oshevsky. Nice carry. A whole new staff. I don't disagree, man. Don't trust Ron going into this draft. True. I don't trust Martin Mayhew. He's terrible. Here we go. Pick it under center. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. And nice run here by Warren. Warren will get a gain of about 6 or 7. Find the little crease. Hit it hard. Nice running by Warren. Let Tim do the draft? Yeah. You think we could pull off getting AC/DC to be on the staff as well? AC/DC? Like, you're talking about the band or what? Or is that like Dan Campbell, head coach, HCDC or something? Here we go. Man in motion, takes a snap. Hand off to the left side is Warren. Warren will dive ahead for a gain of 5, and that'll be a first down. Move the chains here for the Steelers. You forgot owner? True. JP went off? JP Finley? He went off? Wow. Tim, can you do a draft grade for the 2020-2021 class for the Commanders? Yeah, I could go through it here in a second here. But here we go. Let's see. Pickett in the shotgun. 3 receivers bunch to the right. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pressure's coming. Has to escape. Rolling to his right. Pumping. Now throwing over to the right side. And Deontay Johnson makes the grab. But no. Oh, wait. No, they say he bobbled it. I'm not even sure if he got his feet in bounds anyway. So either way, it's incomplete here. 6:16 to go in the second quarter. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Steelers. Let's see. Does he get his both feet in bounds? He does toe tap it. Oh, he totally loses it on his way down. Doesn't even lose it on the ground. He just drops it. Good eye up there by the refs. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Oweh, man. Oweh looks huge. Just tall. How tall is Oweh, their defensive end? He looks like 6'6". Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here is Warren. Warren will dive ahead for a gain of at least 4, maybe 5. Setting up a 3rd and manageable here. But Randy. Why not AC/DC? I got it. All right, I'm with you. I just didn't know if there's another person called AC/DC in the... I wouldn't have been surprised, honestly. 3 receivers to the left. Kenny Pickett in the shotgun. Takes the snap. 4-man rush. Has to escape to his left. Looking, keeping his eyes downfield. Throwing on the run and finding his tight end. Beautiful throw. Twisting his body. Pat Freiermuth makes the grab for a 10-yard gain. Kenny Pickett looking solid today. Honestly, 5 for 9, 42 yards. It's not tremendous, but honestly, the film, when you watch him, you feel like it's better than what he's actually putting up statistically. It's been a little bit of pressure. He's escaped it. Keeps his eyes downfield. Made some plays, especially on 3rd down. That's a great throw on the run. Steve Sims in motion, takes the snap. Pickett, handoff up the middle, now bouncing it out. Nearly fumbles it, but he maintains it. Oweh got a hand on that football somehow. Strong arm there by Najee Harris. He only gets 3 yards on the game. Yeah, but more importantly, he held on to that football. Why don't Snyder hurry up and sell? Because he doesn't want to. Not to have a new owner. Yeah. Oweh is great. Yeah, he's like 6. How tall is he? He looks huge. Odefe Oweh. He's only 6'5". I don't know. He looks like 6'8". It's crazy. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. Najee Harris will get another gain of about 3 this time, up to the 31-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 4 or so, 3rd and 3, somewhere in there. Looking here at the... So nobody thinks Garrett Wilson. It's all about the running backs here. We have Kenneth Walker taking the lead right now. Dameon Pierce. No love for Garrett Wilson. Interesting. 2 receivers to each side. Kenny Pickett in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. Pickett steps up, throwing it over to the right side, and incomplete. Great coverage by Clark. Great coverage. Now the Steelers at the 31-yard line may have to settle here for a 49-yard field goal. Snidely Whiplash is her owner. Here we go. There's the kick from the right hash, and it will be off the upright and no good. The 48-yard attempt knuckleballs and hits the right upright and bounces into the field of play. Oh, just took a bad turn there in the air, and it is no good, and it's 3-3 here with 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Well, there you go. Can I do a write-in candidate for Dr. Pig? Sure. Bids are going in. Ishiba dropped out of the other day. Who? Snidely Whiplash is our owner. Yep. He dropped out when Dan's asking price is $7 billion. That thing like bounced 15 yards. That doinked hard. Yeah, at least 15. Like, that almost hit, like, the 15-yard line. It was, like, 25 yards. It doinked straight on. If you don't know who that is, I posted a pic in the Discord under meme. Snidely Whiplash. Uh-oh. It's kind of a small picture, but you can see it a little bit. Wait, what? Confused. I thought I can zoom in somehow. Am I crazy? Oh, there we go. There he is. Snidely, huh? Ruby emoji, strike up the band emoji, HGTR emoji, add them all to him. That's great. I didn't even write these down. You were on it. Left hand up emoji, you said the other day. What other stuff do you have? Man, you're on it. You're like good. Here we go. We got left hand up. We got Aruba Dubas when she shows up. That's a good one. Strike up the band. Fire up the band. There you go. That's good. HTTR emoji. Yes. Good old HTTR. There you go. I like all of those. And there was another one you had the other day. What was it? There was another one I liked. I have to think about it. What up, Noah? Tim, I'm going to say nobody in that organization is going to say I'm sorry for being a fan of this team. To all the fans for this team. Yeah. Here we go. In the pistol is Huntley. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, we may have gotten a false start here by the Ravens to start this drive. We did. Offense number 84. Then Josh Oliver gets called for it. I think that's all of them. Got it. I do need to work on that. Those are good. Those are really good. Those will be added for sure. Here we go. Ricard in motion in the pistol right now. 1st and 15 at their own 33. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. Nice cut. There goes Josh Dobbins into the secondary over the right side, and he gets a gain of about 17, 18 yards. First down, Ravens. Tim, I'm sorry that you're a fan of this team, and to all the fans. It's tough, man. I said Ron should apologize to all the fans. Yeah. Nice blocks. Nice run by J.K. Dobbins. Great job by Ricard. Just a slight shield of T.J. Watt. Didn't let him in the game, or in the play. Here we go. 1st and 10. Huntley in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins will get a gain of about 4 on that one. We'll see if they give him the 5th yard. We'll see. 2nd in mid-range. We have battered fan syndrome, 100%. Stockholm syndrome to the max. If they don't start Sam Howell, I'm going to lose it. Of course, they have to start Sam Howell. They have to. Here we go. 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. J.K. Dobbins slipping tackles somehow, and he's going to get a second effort, and he'll get close to the first down marker. We'll see where they put the ball here, but that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. J.K. Dobbins taking a hit in the hole, staying on his feet, and somehow nearly getting a first down. Man, oh man. Tim, why are you putting faith in this organization to do something right for once and start Sam Howell? That means they won't. True. I mean, they may not. They should. 100% they should. That's a no-doubter. Man, the Steelers right now, 18 carries, 108 yards. Moving the ball pretty nicely, honestly. Team stats say they're 4 for 7 on third down, which is solid. They have good time of possession, already 16 and a half minutes here in the first half. And all of that effort for 3 points. Missed field goal, can't punch it in. Good defense by the Ravens. All of it. It's tough. Imagine y'all draft Josh Downs, Sam Howell's college teammate. I liked Downs. I really did. The problem is Downs is not the receiver we need. You know who I kind of want? I don't know if he's being drafted this year. I don't know if he's eligible or not. Is the kid from USC who played with Kenny Pickett, Addison? Jordan Addison, I think. I think he was actually a bit bigger. I want a receiver with size, though. But Josh Downs is more of like that slot receiver type. Yeah, 5'10". We already have so many of him. We don't need another one, right? I do like him, though. I think he could be a really good player in the NFL. Whoever drafts him, I think, will get a nice player out of him. But Jordan Addison, I think he has some actual size. I might be wrong. Let's look. He's only 6 foot. I do like him, though. Jordan Addison, only 6 foot, 175. Maybe not. Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I love you. Jordan Addison. Yeah, I don't know. He's only 20. He may not even be eligible for the draft. He might only be a sophomore. But he's a really talented receiver as well. I got to look more into... I would like a receiver later with size, but we'll see. But Josh Downs was nice. Jordan Addison's going to declare for the draft. Oh, is he eligible? Okay. Tim, I hope Terry McLaurin requests a trade. I want to see him win a Super Bowl. Yeah. He's most likely going 9 through 15. You think he's going top 15, Jordan Addison? Is he that high? Well, I knew I liked him for a reason. I liked him way before I knew where he was going in the draft. I thought he was a really good receiver. When watching all that Kenny Pickett film last year, I was like, Jordan Addison's a stud. I would love to get him. I see we trading Dotson and Brown for draft picks. Probably not. Here we go. 3rd and inches. Takes the snap. And he's going to get the first down. Well done on the QB sneak. Tyler Huntley. And that'll move the chains here for the Ravens. Under 2 minutes to go. They still have 3 timeouts. Plenty of time. Shouldn't be in a rush. You don't want to give Pittsburgh any extra time either. Around 900 yards this year. Quentin Johnson is who you want. 6'4", plays for TCU. Maybe. That could be a good one. That could be a really good one. We definitely will watch the national championship game, so we'll take a look at him during that. Huntley in the pistol. Looking around. Here we go. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here for J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins slipping some tackles. Rolling to the right. And nice play by J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins, he runs tough. 2nd round pick out of Ohio State 2 seasons ago. He missed his entire rookie season I can't remember if it was an Achilles or ACL, either way. Injury in the preseason. And I don't know what his numbers are overall this year, but I'm very impressed with him running right now for the Ravens. He's running tough, has great vision. They're blocking well for him too, but he's doing a great job. Huntley in the pistol. Edwards in the game now. 3 tight end set. Ricard goes in motion, takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. Edwards tries to bounce it out to the right side, but nice tackle there by number, who was it? Couldn't quite see. I still don't see his number, but he makes the tackle for 2 yards. 1 minute to go here. They're in field goal range. It'll be 2nd and 8. Whoo, there we go. Nice block by Ricard on the in-man on the line of scrimmage. Jones running into a big boy over there. Here we go. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Play action. Looking. Huntley pumping. Now rolling to his right. Pumping again. Now he throws it over the right side and has a man wide open is Mark Andrews, and that'll be good enough for the first down. 32 seconds, and they're inside the red zone here. Time is really not a factor at all. They have 3 timeouts, so they have plenty of time here, and the Steelers are just going to try to hold on for dear life. If they can get a turnover, even better. But they definitely do not want to allow a touchdown here. Nice pitch and catch for Andrews. Do you think Payne will want to resign with the team? That's a good question. I don't know about that. I do think we are going to want to sign him, though. Here we go. Man in motion in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Play action. Huntley keeps it and runs it up the middle. Loss of 1. Interesting play call. Nice tackle there by Spillane. They do have to use their first timeout now. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Man, interesting play call. It's not the worst, but man, it's not exactly what I was looking for if I'm a Ravens fan. I don't know. Man. Terry Addison, Dotson would be a good trio, and you can flip Samuel for more picks. Probably nobody's trading for Samuel, but use a first-round receiver? Nah. Also, Addison doesn't have the size I want. I do love Addison, but that's big. I'm not using a first-round pick on another 6-foot or under receiver. I would lose my mind. I would hate that. Please don't. Where's TJ Watt's signature end of season 4 sack game? Oh, where's this? I see what you're saying. I mean, they're doing a good job with the Ravens to slow him down a little bit. They're chipping him with whoever the tight end is on that side, kind of just allowing Ricard just to seal him off rather than have to block him straight up. And they haven't thrown the ball that much. Huntley's only thrown the ball 7 times compared to their 18 runs. So kind of hard to get sacks when you're not throwing a ton. Jonathan Mingo is interesting to me, though. He's an Ole Miss, and he's like a 6'2", but he's like 230. He can body folks on the edge. Not sure how fast he is, though. Is he a receiver? Could be an interesting one. If Sam Howell plays against the Dallas Cowboys and plays like Carson did week 1, do we start him next season? I would love to go into the season and start him. Kind of see if he can step up. If he doesn't work out, then I would go all in for my quarterback next year. I need to fix the O-line, though, first before. Need to fix the O-line. He is a receiver? Okay. Got a feeling Ron will be chasing after Carr. As long as he doesn't trade for him and pay him a ton of money. I wouldn't hate Carr coming in and compete with Sam Howell. He's a big body receiver that will go late. Jonathan Mingo out of Ole Miss. Okay. Could be a good one. Can we trade for Bread and Sheriff? What? Like round 4? Gotcha. Here we go. Huntley. In the shotgun. Puts a man in motion, takes the snap. Pumping. Now setting up the tight end screen, and the Steelers are all over it. Isaiah Likely, the rookie, gets tackled for another loss. It's 3rd and long now with 22 seconds. Great defensive stand right now for the Steelers. And now that's going to put big pressure here on the Ravens to have to try to actually throw it downfield. They, of course, are well inside field goal range, but it's going less and less likely that they will be able to get a touchdown here instead of just a field goal. They bring Carr in and get rid of Winston Taylor. I think that's fine. Oh, Bread and Sheriff. Okay, Brandon Sheriff. Yeah, no, we're not trading for him. I hope the Texans just do something with the first overall pick. True. Honestly, if I was the Texans, I would try to be trading that pick so hard. I really would. I'm not kidding. Move back, add capital, and try to go after Caleb Williams next year if you can. That would be my goal. Because you guys are a couple of seasons away. 3rd and 16. 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins will dive ahead. Up to about the 15-yard line. So this will allow the clock to roll down to about 4 seconds left or so, and they will settle for a field goal. Wait a minute. Oh, no, there's a flag with 10 seconds left. bunch of extracurriculars at the end of this play. Who's it going to be on? This is wild. If it's against the Steelers, this will be an automatic first down. If it's against the Ravens, it's not that big of a deal because we'll see. Hold on. Play. Sorts foul. Sorry, roughness. Defense. No way by what's his name? Casey Hayward. Extracurriculars. And oh, he just hit a ref. He hit the ref by accident, but he did, and that's why the ref threw the flag. He just hit the ref, that's why. First and goal. Now they have a chance to actually go to the end zone. Oh my gosh, this could be the worst penalty for the Steelers. Takes a snap. Huntley looking, scanning, going to the end zone, and he gets it! It's Isaiah Likely, and the penalty gives the Ravens one more opportunity, and they cash in. And it's a touchdown, Baltimore. Oh my goodness, what a unbelievable costly penalty by Hayward. Wow. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good, and the Ravens will take a 10-3 lead into halftime and get the ball first coming out of half. Wow. I think the Texans are going to take Bryce over Caleb Williams. I'm telling you, if I were them, I would be looking so hard to trade that number one pick. I would be, please, give me something. I'm not giving it away, but trade me something, please. Trading down for 1 million picks isn't tanking. One rookie isn't going to make the Texans competitive. 4 first-round picks won't make them viable next year. Yeah, I trade down. Believe me, dude. Believe me. Should we trade for Sean Payton? No. I'm not trading for a coach. That's silly. I don't like... Hold on, I gotta look this up. Why do you have to trade... Do teams have to trade for Sean Payton? What is this? But it will cost. Why? Some compensation for the Saints. Former Super Bowl winning head coach Sean Payton has every intention of being a head coach. The question now becomes for what team and for how much. Payton will command a salary. Here's the kickoff, by the way, by the Ravens. And it will be returned here by Sims. Out of the end zone, run into the middle of the field. And he'll only get about to the 25-yard line. 3 seconds left. I'm sure they'll just kneel on it. Excuse me. Payton will command a salary that will make him a top 3 highest paid coach in the NFL. That's fine. And not every team owner has the appetite for that. But for the ones who do, there's another cost associated with acquiring Peyton Manning: draft pick compensation. The Saints hold Peyton's rights. Any team that wants to talk with Peyton about their head coaching vacancy will have to first put together an amenable package for New Orleans, that the Saints would accept should Peyton get the gig. And according to history and executive polls around the league, there's a huge range of what compensation would be acceptable. A coaching trade hasn't taken place since the Jets sent a 4th-round pick to the Chiefs for Herm Edwards in 2006. Back then, trading for coaches was extremely common relative to today's NFL. The Patriots traded Bill Parcells to the Jets in 1997, but ultimately was a future first, future second, and current 3rd and 4th round picks. Super Bowl winning head coach Mike Holmgren went to the Green Bay to Seattle for a 2nd round pick. Bill Belichick went from the Jets to the Patriots for what worked out to be a 1st round pick and then some. And in one of the more unique situations, the Raiders sent John Gruden to Tampa Bay for what amounted to 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and $8 million in cash. Nearly every executive polled for this story estimated it would cost at least a first-round pick to get Peyton. I'd assume Mickey's shooting for a 1, but that's unrealistic in my opinion, said one executive, but you can't argue with history, said another. You'd ask for a 1, but settle for a 2 and a 4 for some equal combination. A third said, I'd ask for what the Raiders got from Tampa. A fourth said the price would be different depending on conference. An AFC team would only need to send a second and third over 2 seasons, while an NFC team would have to send a first, third, and fourth over the next 2 seasons. People have lost their minds. And a fifth noted they'd ask for 2 first-round picks but settle for a premium first-round pick if the selection is in or close to the top 5. If you believe, as one executive does, that the compensation should fall between Bill Belichick and Gruden, that means the Saints should ask for a first and second round pick. There are currently 3 teams without a permanent head coach: Carolina, Indianapolis, and Denver. Arizona, Houston, and New Orleans all have varying possibilities of opening up. Without a surprising retirement or firing, it's hard to imagine more than half a dozen will be available this offseason. The Broncos have the money to get Peyton if he's interested, but they'd likely have to give up late first round if a pick they got from the Bradley Chubb trade. Peyton would have to be convinced he could fix Russell Wilson too, because his contract necessitates that Wilson will be there in at least the 2023 and possibly 2024. In Indianapolis and Carolina, keeping the interim coaches is a very real possibility, albeit for vastly different reasons. Colts owner Jim Irsay is strongly hinting at promoting Jeff Saturday to permanent head coach once the interviewing process is complete. In Charlotte, team owner David Tepper has seen Steve Wilkes take a moribund? What in the world is moribund? Moribund team without Christian McCaffrey and become a division contender as players openly campaign for Wilkes. Tepper at one point had a great interest in Peyton, but Love was reportedly unrequited. Who is this writer? The words that he's choosing. A team source wondered what's Tepper's appetite for Peyton, considering a huge contract, plus huge control, plus huge draft pick compensation it would take to get him to the NFC South rival. Man, there's zero chance I'm trading a first round for Sean Payton. That's mentally. Never mind. Any team that does that is ridiculous. Moribund is basically dead. Morbid is the root. Okay, so yeah, I was thinking like a morbid thing, but moribund, that's an interesting word choice, huh? What kind of witchcraft is that? Yeah, you mean the Saints get draft picks for a retired coach? Yes. If he becomes active again, he's still under contract with the Saints. If another team wants him, they have to give up compensation for the right. I just think this is ridiculous. Just ridiculous. But, I mean, I understand that for players, because players will, try to get out of their contracts for certain situations, but it's just like, also, if you want to continue to be a head coach, why not continue to be a coach in New Orleans? You've won a Super Bowl there. I wonder why he decided that he just didn't want to be there anymore. It's clear that the Saints wanted him still, right? Like, why retire if you wanted to still be a coach? Like, I mean, that's your team. You made moves. I don't understand. Like, what's the problem there? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Weird if you ask me. Man. All right, let's see what we got. Twitter posts. 49ers injury updates. Aaron Banks and Drew Greenlaw. Gotcha. Most consecutive starts with multiple TD passes to begin a career. With multiple TD passes. Brock Purdy only becomes the second to have 4 in a row. Jay Cutler and Dan Marino. Interesting company. Brock Purdy has won his first 4 NFL starts, the 5th rookie to do it. That's kind of cool. Jets have lost 5 straight games since starting the season 7-4. They have now missed the playoffs in 12 straight seasons. Wow. Only players with multiple seasons of 5,000 plus passing yards. Sorry, just reading something else. Only players with multiple 5,000 plus yards seasons: Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, and Tom Brady. Really? That's interesting. Peyton Manning, I remember he had like the record 5,400 or something, but he never had another 5,000 yard season. That's interesting. Aaron Rodgers has now won 10 straight regular season home games in December and January. Good for him. Tom Brady has won 19 career division titles. That's crazy. That's a lot. 19. Wow. First player with 7 sacks and 3 interceptions in a season since 1982 when the sacks became an official stat. Interesting. Good for Aiden Hutchinson. Aiden Hutchinson, man, he really disappointed me to start. But I saw him make a sack against the Cowboys that was just beautiful. Great spin move. So he's got some potential over there. Most rushing yards of the QB in a single season in NFL history, Lamar Jackson. Record might be in doubt. Justin Fields already at 11-24. Justin Fields could break the record over Lamar just a couple of seasons after. That's wild. Did Mike Evans reach 1,000 yards receiving? Yes, he did. Only player in NFL history to start his career with 9 straight 1,000 yard seasons. That's incredible for Mike. Good for him. Week 18 clinching scenario for the NFC's number 7 seed. I was just listening to this. So Packers clinch with the win versus Detroit. So Packers control their own destiny now. Lions clinch if they get a win at Green Bay and Seattle loses to the Rams. Seahawks clinch if they win against the Rams and Green Bay loses versus Detroit. So the one who needs the most to happen is the Lions. They need to win and have Seattle lose. Actually, no, so Seattle's in the same boat. Both of them need to win and have another team lose. The only one that controls their own destiny is the Packers. Update. Commanders out. Yep. Saints out. Raiders out. Jets out. Yep. Vikings, Austin Schlottman suffered a fractured fibula. Ouch. The Giants organization was very upset 2 years ago when the Eagles backed off in Week 17 and effectively let Washington win the NFC East over the New York. Even with a little to play for, I wonder if the Giants would want to prohibit Philly from getting the number 1 seed as revenge. That's funny. Live look at the NFL playoff picture. NFC, we have Eagles, Vikings, Niners, Bucks, Cowboys, Giants locked. Commanders are not alive anymore. It's only the Seahawks, Lions, and Packers. Saints also... Oh, Saints were eliminated somehow. Interesting. They won, but they got eliminated. I guess the Seahawks winning eliminated the Saints. That's interesting. In the AFC, you have the Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, Ravens, Chargers that are locked, still alive. You have the Titans and the Jaguars who will win the AFC South. Dolphins, Patriots, Jets, Steelers, and Raiders are still competing for a spot. Interesting. Christian McCaffrey now has 1,026 yards on the season. It's the 3rd time in his career he's gone for over 1,000 rushing yards. It's kind of crazy. It's only been third time. But all right, well, there you go. That's some Twitter posts. Breeze retired after he didn't get a good job. Breeze retired and he didn't have a good QB anymore. Yeah, it's stupid, man. Man, get it moving, dude. Like, where did the Saints draft last year? They drafted Olave and Penning. They could have drafted Kenny Pickett. Like, he could have had a decent quarterback right out the gate. Could have drafted Olave and Pickett. Stupid. Or their second-round pick could have been Desmond Ridder. Third-round pick could have been somebody else. I mean, he could have got an interesting pick. Obviously, I mean, no matter who your quarterback is, it's going to be a downgrade from Drew Brees, most likely, but there's potential there. Look at the AFC teams tiebreakers. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Sorry. Completely got distracted. Looking at the standings here. Playoffs. We're talking playoffs? Oh, wow. New England is currently sitting in the 7th seed. Wins the tiebreaker based on the win over Miami. They just won today. All right. Steelers. If the Steelers win, so the Jets have been eliminated. So if the Steelers win, they would go to 8-8. Looking at the conference record, they will be behind. So they would need the Patriots and Miami to lose. And the Steelers would need the most help. Meanwhile, the Patriots, with the 6-5 conference record and the division win over Miami, would have the front row seat. They would win and they're in. But who do they play? They play the Bills. Wow. Man, they have to play the Bills. Oh my gosh, would this be the first time in history? Excuse me. Oh my goodness. If the Bills beat the Bengals and the Patriots beat the Bills next week, I wonder if this would be the first time ever that the team that played the two teams that played the last week of the season would then play in the first round of the playoffs. We're not talking about players, I'm kidding you. No, last year's QB draft class was weak. Kenny Pickett's solid. Desmond Ridder had a good game today. There's potential in this draft class. Tim, do you think the Big Ten is a weak conference in football? I think it's a bit overrated. Like they think they're as good as the SEC. I think that's funny. SEC is the clear and best by a mile. Outside of that, I think they're fine. I think they're good, but they're overrated. I wouldn't say they're weak. We're not talking about playoffs anymore. Yeah, Tim, should we try to get Gabe Taylor when he's available to draft? Gabe Taylor, that sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar. Yes, that's why I told you to look at the AFC, something huge up in history. Is that what it was? That the Patriots could be this might be the first time in history that they have to play back-to-back. It's like a double elimination playoffs. It's funny. Here we go. We're starting the second half, and Tyler Huntley avoids the rush and gets it out there to Mark Andrews, who just attempted one of the worst hurdles ever. Gets tackled, but after a gain of 14, it'll be first down, Baltimore. Gabe Taylor, that's Sean Taylor's brother. That's right. I knew who that was. I don't know. I would love for him to come here. That'd be cool. If he's a good player, I don't know anything about him as far as a talent. I wouldn't just draft him because, Sean, I want him to be good. Here we go. Takes a snap. Handoff. J.K. Dobbins will somehow stay on his feet and get a gain of a couple. Man, he's basically bear crawling. One-handed bear crawl. Spinning off tacklers. This dude runs hard. I like him, dude. Would you like Gabe Taylor to wear 21? Sure. That'd be awesome. OSU just went toe-to-toe with Georgia. They aren't weak. That game could have gone either way. Yeah, weak is not the right word. I agree. they're not a weak conference. Big Ten is probably the second best conference. I just think there's a clear difference between SEC. Here we go. Put a man in motion, takes a snap, handoff. No, fakes it, and it will be a gain of only 1. So 2nd and 7 coming up for the 3rd and 7 coming up for the Ravens. Tim, maybe that's something you can do in the offseason, watch Gabe Taylor film? Sure. Well, if he's not being drafted this year, then I wouldn't. I'm going to try to focus in on people that are going to be drafted this year. That was 2 times. This is 3x, bruh. What? Say, huh? Now, that happened in 2012. The Vikings-Packers played Week 17 in the wild card the next weekend. Gotcha. Takes a snap. Drops back. Looking. Throwing it underneath. It'll be caught by Mark Andrews on 3rd and 7. And a nice gain. Another 15-yard gain there or so. And the Ravens start this second half with a nice drive. Big Ten only got 2 teams, Michigan and OSU. I thought number 21 was retired by the Redskins. Yeah, but it is retired, 100%. But they may bring it out of retirement for Sean Taylor's brother to wear it. I think that would be kind of cool. But other than that, just keep it retired. The SEC only had 1. What's your point? The SEC only had 1. Yeah, I mean, I think if Alabama and either Michigan or Ohio State would play, I think Alabama would have the edge. I think LSU would give either one of those teams a run for the money. I think a healthy Tennessee team with a healthy quarterback would give any one of those teams run for their money. You know, I mean, and you can continue down the list. Mississippi State had a really good year. Unfortunately, Mike Leach, rest in peace. That's sad, but he's good. What else do we have? Florida ended up being, only 6-6. They actually kind of fell off, right? And they also lost to Utah State or whatever it was. Utah? I think it was Utah. Ole Miss. I don't know what season did Ole Miss have. Auburn's solid too, right? Standings. Big Ten. Penn State had a good year too. Penn State was good. We were at number 11. Next after that was only Purdue. Then you go to the SEC. So you had Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina ended up ranked. That's interesting. You had LSU, Alabama, Mississippi State. Excuse me. The Rebels. Auburn had a rough year this year. Pretty good, man. Tim, are you going to do the Pro Bowl? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. Pro Bowl's up in the air. I found an interesting flight earlier that was super cheap, and I tried to buy it. If I find another flight like that, because I'm trying to go to my dad's house in Florida, I'm definitely going to make all the playoff games and the Super Bowl. I'm trying to plan around that, but I'll have to see what's going on the rest of the weekends or something. We may wait till March. If I'm here, I probably will. Takes the snap, play action. And there's a flag. They stop the play, so most likely a false start. Illegal snap. Offense. Number 64. 5-yard penalty. First down. We'll find out in a couple of years when the playoffs expand to 12 teams. That would be fun. No, Auburn was 5-7 year, not solid. Yeah, Auburn had a rough year. I said that, right? I said Ole Miss. Solid. 8-5. Yeah, Auburn had a rough year. Here we go. In the pistol, Huntley takes the snap, hand off to JK. JK slips through the line, but only to get back to the line of scrimmage. The ball hits the ground. Huntley has a clear recovery, but it looks like they're going to say he's down by contact anyway. The Pro Bowl, yeah. We'll find out in a couple years. That'd be fun. I hope they do. How many championships did the Big Ten win? I know Ohio State has one, but that's it, right? Well, I'm talking about since the playoffs. I know Ohio State won the very first playoff. But since then, have they had another one? Three receivers to the right. Huntley in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back. Pumping, rolling to his right, scanning the field. Huntley's going to get it around to the outside and will, but there is a flag on the play. Decent gain, but this most likely is in the area of holding. Holding. Offense, number 78. 10-yard penalty. Morgan Moses will bring it back 10 yards. Pro Bowl should be like MLB winner has home field advantage or something. Yeah. They should stay in Hawaii. At least players would get a vacation. Yeah, I don't know why they moved to Arizona. That was weird. What's in Arizona? That was just... Yeah, that was silly. Patriots will be playing for the 11th consecutive playoff appearance. No, they missed the playoffs in 2020. Three receivers to the right. In the shotgun, takes the snap. Drops back, Huntley looking. Pumping, going to the left side, and it will be caught. First down, Mark Andrews. No, it's not a first down. Sorry, nice gain on 2nd and 25, and he'll get about 20. 3rd down and 5. Sorry, Gabe Taylor's not eligible until 2024. Gotcha. Got 43 of you in the house. Appreciate you guys being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. No, they moved the Pro Bowl to Orlando to get that Disney money. Oh, is it in Orlando? Orlando's kind of fun. Florida's nice. It's better than Arizona. 3rd and 6. 4 receivers to the right. Empty backfield. Takes the snap. Drops back. Huntley avoids the rush now. Rolling to his left side. He's going to try to keep it, but he has to avoid a rusher, and he cannot make a Fitzpatrick there to make sure he doesn't get the first down. Only a gain of about 2 or so, and that'll bring up 4th down. And what will the Ravens do here? And it'll be a Justin Tucker field goal attempt. Lots of sad, angry Commander fans are here. Yep. I missed the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. Yeah. Here we go. Justin Tucker. Oh, only 7 for 12 from 50-plus yards. Having a rough year. It's a 51-yard attempt from the left hash here. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and this one's a no-doubter right down the middle, and it is good. So the Ravens extend their lead now to 10 here with 9:31 to go in the 3rd quarter. See if the Steelers can't get anything going. TCU versus Bulldogs odds released. TCU 40-point underdog. Is that true? That's not true. You're joking. 40-point underdogs? No way. You're exaggerating. That's funny, though. They should do basketball for the Pro Bowl. I would love to see Kirk Cousins dunk on Jonathan Allen. No, they should just do a bunch of, like, fun. Basically, the Pro Bowl should become the Olympics. Or, like, a strongman competition. I don't know. Like, 40-yard dash races, head-to-head, have a bracket of, like, the top 8 fastest players, right, that are in the Pro Bowl or something, or top 16, have, like, a little bracket going. That would be fun. Race between the two, like, 2 people and just have a bracket. You have... Who do you have? You have... Or, sorry, what do you have? You have the longest throw competition. You can have the accuracy thing that they do typically. But you can do a bunch of different things. I don't know. Oh, bench press. Who can do the most bench presses? What is this? Megan. The point is, it's all about ESPN and Disney. ESPN broadcasts to the Pro Bowl, so they moved it to Orlando to try to promote more Disney crap like they did with the NBA bubble a few years ago. Maybe. There's no Pro Bowl game. It's a flag football game. Yeah, like, the flag football game should just be removed, too. Like, who cares about flag football? DraftKings has Bulldogs 20-point favorites. That's a little bit more reasonable. Still huge. People are afraid to get hurt. Yeah. I think the Pro Bowl... I think when the Pro Bowl was after the Super Bowl, 100%. That's so stupid that they put the Pro Bowl before the Super Bowl. 1,000,000%. It should be like 3 weeks after the Super Bowl. They should do ping pong for the Pro Bowl. Have them play Olympic sports games like ping pong, badminton, basketball, stuff like that. Play pickleball. Steve Sims will kneel it in the end zone. Why not just let it... If you're not going to return it, just let it bounce. It's dangerous that he was almost out of the end zone when he knelt that. Why do they put these faces of people, of the coaches on... What in the world are they doing? Anyway, 3 receivers to the right. First and 10 at their own. 25. Here it goes. Kenny Pickett takes a snap. 4-man rush, looking to throw. Throwing it, batted up in the air, and hits the ground harmlessly. Number 97, Urban, gets that big hand up and knock it down. Pickleball is a great sport. I played on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. I played them all over the cruise, too. I played a bunch of pickleball on the cruise. See, Tim, they just showed Saturday night games on ESPN and ABC. There you go. It's not scheduled yet. We'll see what they choose. Is that the same Steve Sims they always muffed punts with us? Yes, it is. Kenny Pickett puts a man in motion under center, takes a snap, handoff to Najee Harris. Najee Harris stiff arms a man. Nice run! And he'll get a first down. Gain of about 15 yards. And it'll bring up 1st and 10 now up to the 40-yard line for the Steelers. Najee Harris having a solid day right now. 11 carries, 64 yards. Very good, very good. Over 5 yards a carry, almost 6. No, let them play football like real men. Nah, they don't need to play football. 2 receivers each side. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here for Najee Harris. Najee Harris will dive ahead for a gain of 3. The problem with football is that football's a weird sport to have a Pro Bowl-like game. It's not like baseball or basketball where it's just like, you don't really just go and scrimmage in football, right? Like, to win a game, you have to outsmart your opponents. It's all about game planning. You have to understand the plays. You have to understand what's going on, the different fronts. It's a very particular sport to who you're playing against and whatnot. But here we go. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. And Najee Harris will not get anything, losing yards on the play, maybe 3 or 4. And 3rd down and long coming up for the Steelers. Did you and Mrs. Tim party last night till midnight? We did. We did. It was fun. We had a good time. Went and hung out with some old friends. And had a good time. What should NFL players have to do to be qualified for a football life? What? Here we go. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pickett steps up. 3rd and 14. Throwing it to the left side. And has his man George Pickens. And it will be enough for the first down. George Pickens, dude. What a stud. Nice freaking catch Oh my gosh. What a stud. Oh, why? I hate watching George Pickens play because every time I see him, it's like we should have him right now. It's a documentary on NFL Network. Oh, I don't know. How important is that to have a football life documentary? Three receivers to the right. Takes a snap, drops back to pass. Looking, rolling to the right. Avoids the rush, now rolling to the left, throwing it underneath. It'll be caught by TJ Warren. Warren will dive ahead for a gain of 6. They play preseason. Why not a Pro Bowl game? Preseason, yeah, you've been practicing with your team for a whole offseason. And for at least over a month beforehand. Like, you're just getting together for a week practice of a Pro Bowl, and you're just throwing crap together. Like, nah. It's not even interesting. 2nd and 4. Puts Deontay Johnson in motion, takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. Ooh, TJ Warren loses his footing, and he will get nothing on the play because of it. Sniper in the bushes took him out. Under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and about 4. Coming up for the Steelers, currently down 10. Got to get something going to get back into this game. They are on the cusp of field goal range here. Not quite. Tim, do yourself a favor and go watch a Football Life about Sean Taylor. It's on YouTube TV. All right. 3rd and 4. Here we go. 2 receivers to each side. Pickett in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looking, throwing it underneath. It'll be caught by TJ Warren. TJ Warren will turn it upfield and get the first down. Well done there by Kenny Pickett to make a quick decision. Uh-oh, Deontay Johnson limping over to the sideline, and Kenny Pickett's telling him to go down. He's grabbing that right leg, and he's grabbing the shin, or maybe a high ankle sprain. Definitely in pain on his right leg. Looks like it's pretty low on the leg, though. I don't think it's a knee. I think it's probably his ankle. Tim, if you don't have YouTube TV, it's on YouTube. Well, I have YouTube TV. That's how I watch the games. No Pickens love for Rookie of the Year. Nah, I mean, Pickens didn't have a good of year as the other ones, you know? He only has 700 yards and 3 tugs. Another guy that's kind of maybe in the conversation, I don't know what kind of day he had today, but Drake London might be interesting. Only 746 yards and 4 tugs. Yeah, meh. What did Chris Olave end up with? I know he had at one point some good stats. Chris Olave. 67 yards, 982 yards, 3 tugs. What did Jahan Dotson end up with? He's not a real candidate. I'm just curious what his stats ended up being. 32 catches, 451 yards, and 7 tugs. He's had a couple of 3 pretty good games as of recently, but he didn't do much for a while there in the middle of the season. But still 7 touchdowns. That's nice. I'll take that. But yeah, I knew he wasn't a real candidate. I was just curious. I don't know what, like, how many did Treylon Burks have? 425 and only 1 touchdown. Breece Hall was in that conversation before he got hurt. Arguably, he was a front runner. He was a stud. That might be all the people that could be in it, right? Who's the Kirk Cousins of wide receivers? The Kirk Cousins of wide receivers. That's an interesting question. So a guy that puts up good numbers statistically, but not necessarily the most talented or gifted. What about Brandon Cooks? All right, here we go. Pickett under center takes the snap, handing off up the middle here for Najee Harris. Najee Harris will dive ahead for a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Steelers. Brandon Cooks. He didn't have a great year this year, but I would say Brandon Cooks is the Kirk Cousins of receivers. Here we go. 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Steelers now in field goal range here. 2 receivers to each side. Takes the snap. Handoff to Najee Harris. Najee Harris trying to get anything, but not much. Only gain of about a yard on the play. 4:20 to go in the third quarter. Do you think Dotson could be Rookie of the Year if we had a real quarterback? I mean, sure. I mean, there's a lot of things that would have had to have happened, but maybe. I mean, I don't know. In an alternate universe, I mean, he's obviously not even anywhere close right now, and he got hurt, which is not really the quarterback's problem. Pro Bowl is in Vegas. Is it? I don't know. I'm getting mixed signals here. I don't know where it is. Uh-oh. Ravens had to call a timeout. Looks like they may have even 12 guys on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Couldn't count in time. But Ravens will call timeout here, and now it's 3rd and 4. 3:52 to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of football left. I'm playing the Pro Bowl in Madden 23, and for some reason, the helmets in Washington players are using the football team helmets and not the Commanders' helmets. Tim, please do yourself a favor, and when you get time, please go watch a football league. Got it. Randy Fowler, you're a good commentator. Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it. Thank you for the kind words there, Randy. Adam Thielen, filling in as his teammate. I don't know, man. Amputate it? Yeah. Tim, can you please go announce for Washington? Maybe one day, man. We'll see. Yes, there was 12 men on the field. It looked like it. All right, here we go. Pickett in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. 3rd and 4. Takes the snap. Full blitz coming. He gets rid of it just in time, but he cannot connect with Deontay Johnson. Uh-oh, Kenny Pickett slow to get up. And now he does get up. Jogging to the field. Not sure exactly what happened to him. Kyle Hamilton affected the throw. They faked the blitz, and the Steelers did not pick it up. Goes uncontested. Wow. Interesting that they didn't throw the flag for roughing the passer there. He definitely drove him into the ground, clearly. There's the kick from, and it's good. 51 yards out, hugs the right side of the uprights, and it's good. 13-6. They're so inconsistent with that stupid roughing the passer. They got to get rid of that rule stat. I mean, he clearly drove him to the ground there. The ball was gone as well. But shoot, they've even said again in the Chris Jones thing that you don't even have to get rid of the ball. And he drove him into the ground, drove his shoulder right into the side. Wow. That's on rookie that's rookie on rookie crime. Yep, first round pick on first round pick as well. Can we get a campaign going to make Tim the Washington Commanders announcer? That'd be cool. Tim, would you like to call the Thursday game for Amazon? Maybe Bezos will hire you when he buys the Commanders. Ruba-duba. Ruba-duba. What? Why are you drooling? What? Outside? Outside? Gotta go see what is going on here. What? Where's Mama? Sleeping. All right, I'm back. I could really use that Ruby emoji. Yeah, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. All right, 3:42 to go in the third quarter. It's actually a good game for two kind of bad teams. It's always a good game when the Steelers and Ravens get together, if we're being honest. There's the kick. And it will be a touchback. So the 25-yard line is where Huntley will start this next drive. The Thursday night announcers are boring. True. Is your dog upset about the loss? Totally. So I went out there. Apparently my wife is doing something with her nails. I don't know. And it's freaking my dog out. So my dog's over here like, Mommy, I don't know what Mommy's doing. She's being weird. My dog would just stare at me with her ears back and then just start drooling when she's not comfortable. Here we go. In the shotgun. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle. And it's J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins somehow stays on his feet into the secondary, down the left sideline, and pushed out of bounds finally by Minka Fitzpatrick. J.K. Dobbins. What is he up to now? He's got 89 yards, 13 carries, 89 yards on the day. He nearly got tripped up by his own guy, Morgan Moses, but somehow stayed on his feet and got into the second level. Tim, are you going to get your nails painted? No. Does Washington still have their marching band? Yes. Yes, he is getting little tubs painted on each. Yeah, exactly. Little pig tubs. Yeah. Major tubbies, or whatever it is. Tuddy takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here. And gain of a loss. Sorry. Looks like it's a loss of 1. Nice defense there by the Steelers. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Ravens. Do you like the mascot? Meh. I was saying it earlier, like I kind of mentioned it. You know, it's... The thing about a mascot is usually people respect a mascot because of its history and because of what it represents for the thing. You know, it's going to take time. You know, nobody really cares about something the first day, right? Like when the Left Hand Up song came out, it wasn't immediate. It took a little bit, and then all of a sudden it caught fire, right? Here we go. Takes a snap, play action, steps up, and down goes Huntley. Guess who? T.J. Watt. T.J. Watt gets sack number 5 on the year. Oh my gosh. Morgan Moses had no chance on that play. Holy crap. T.J. Watt. Cashing on things from the past is bad. Yeah. Here we go. In the shotgun, takes a snap. Huntley throwing it over to the right side. It'll be caught by Isaiah Likely. He gets up to about the 50-yard line. Gets some of those yardage back from this sack. But not enough for a first down. And really not enough to even go for it. It's 4th and 7, so the Ravens will have to play the field position game here and send the punting unit on the field. With a minute left here in the third quarter, the Steelers will get the ball back now, only down by 7. See if they can't get a touchdown and tie this game up. Let's see what happens. Cashing on things. Yeah, I agree with that, Paul, too. It's like, I didn't like that it was a pig, honestly. Unless you actually made the team the Red Hogs. But there's the catch at the 10-yard line. I would have gone Red Hogs to keep the R. I think they messed up getting rid of the R. You know, the HTTR, I think they got rid of the R, and that was a mistake. But that's me. That's just me, I guess. Should have been Red Wolves, for being real. Should have been that. The Steelers season could have gone a lot differently if they had Watt all year. He's still the best defensive player in the game. Is he the best defensive player in the game? Watt's a stud. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. Holding. Receiving team, number 37. 10-yard penalty. First down. Elijah Riley getting called for the penalty. All right. But let's think. Interesting. All right. 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for the Steelers, right around their own 10-yard line. See where they start this one. No, sorry, their own 5-yard line. Here we go. Under center. Fullback motions to the tight end spot. Now receiver goes in motion, takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. Najee Harris cuts it all the way back to the left side, and he's going to get a nice carry of about, they may even give him the first down, 10 yards. I think that's a very healthy spot for the Steelers. So 1st and 10 now. I missed football team, yeah. Yes, he was last year. He broke the record for the most sacks in the season. Excuse me. Here we go. Second. Oh, never mind. They do say he's short now. Somebody corrected it. 2nd and inches. Pickett under center. Takes the snap. Hand off to Najee Harris to the right side this time. And he will not. Holy crap. Are they going to give him forward progress? And now they're going to give it to him? Wow. He should have easily had it, but he didn't really go in there with a head of steam, and he didn't. I don't know if he got the first down or not. Right now where the spot is, he definitely got it. So this will bring us to the end of the third quarter here. Baltimore 13, Steelers 6. Obviously, I think TJ Watt is up there in the conversation, right? 100%. Is he definitely better than Aaron Donald? You know? I can definitely give him the best edge rusher. I don't really think I would take Nick Bosa. Or I wouldn't take anybody over him, right? I wouldn't take Myles Garrett over him. I wouldn't take Nick Bosa over him. I don't even know who else is really in that conversation. I wouldn't take Chubb over him. I wouldn't take Chase Young or Montez Sweat over him. I wouldn't take Lawrence. Another guy that's in that conversation, the best defensive player in the league, is Micah Parsons, though. That guy is a freak. I feel like the top 3 has got to be Donald, Watt, and Parsons, right? That's your top 3. Round out your top 5. Sauce Gardner is going to be in that conversation sooner rather than later. He's an absolute killer, right? Round out your top 5 with what? Nick Bosa. Shoot, even Fred Warner's a stud. I don't know. No tripe. Yeah, and respected Micah until he said he was better than Lawrence Taylor. He didn't say he was better than Lawrence. When did he say that? He said he was blessed to even be in that conversation, and he said he didn't even consider himself that good. No, he was humble about it. When did he say that he was better than Lawrence Taylor? Somebody asked if he was, and he was like, I'm just happy to be in that conversation. Oh, until people said he was better than Lawrence Taylor. I see what you're saying. I don't know why you would now not respect Micah because of what other people said. That's kind of weird. We need a legit pass rusher and tight end, yeah. Do you think Sean Taylor would like the name Commanders? I don't know. It's a good question. Just mad because he's on the Cowboys? True. He's a stud. I know. He's a stud. Am I missing another defensive player that should be in this conversation? Von Miller's older now. I don't know. I don't think I am. Nick Bosa. I don't know who I'd rather. Maybe I would probably put Sauce in my top 5. That guy is amazing. Amazing. But here we go. Single back formation. Puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. Najee Harris with a nice cut. Now he's down to the left sideline. And he will get tackled at about the 31-yard line of the Ravens. Ooh, a lot of jawing back and forth. 1st and 10 now for the Steelers. Micah Parsons is the reason why DeMarcus Lawrence is backing for him. Yeah, he's a stud, dude. I thought Major Tutty is a pig, not a weasel. Eli Apple. Yeah, Eli Apple is up there. You're right. It's nice to see Dan Snyder model the mascot after himself. I see why Dr. Pig's comment now. Here we go. 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Drops back. 4-man rush. Avoids the rush. Now rolling to his right. Keeps his eyes downfield, though, and finds a man. George Pickens. Is he inbounds? Yes, he is. And George Pickens gets another grab on the day. That'll be catch number 3, it looks like. Kenny Pickett does a great job avoiding the rush of Kyle Hamilton this time. Keeps those eyes downfield. That's what I loved about Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, to me, was the most NFL-ready quarterback coming into the league. And it was little things like this. He was able to keep his eyes downfield as he moved. He was very poised in a lot of situations. Of course, he's made rookie mistakes here in this year, but I do like Kenny Pickett. I think he's a very solid quarterback. There's a gain up the middle there for what's his name? Jalen Warren, not TJ Warren. Jalen Warren gets a carry of about 5 yards. But Kenny Pickett, man, I think he could be a really solid quarterback in the league. I don't think he's top notch or anything, but I think he could be a slightly upgraded Derek Carr even. You know, he's like a discount. I don't even want to say it because he's really not that good as the guy that I'm about to say. So, but he's a solid dude, smart football player. Here we go, jet sweep to Warren. Warren will get the first down. Gain of about 6-ish yards, and that'll move the chains for the Steelers. Surprised George Pickens doesn't punch his way to the end zone. Aaron Donald is overrated, but he also does get double-teamed a lot. Aaron Donald is not overrated. That guy's amazing. But TJ Watt might be over him now. Aaron Donald is getting older. TJ Watt's in his prime. And Watt, I mean, if you say he's the number 1 defensive player, I don't really hate you for it. I think he's earned it. He's a stud. Here we go. 1st and 10, takes the snap, drops back to pass. Pickett has pressure, gets rid of it, tucked up in the air, and somehow is not intercepted. It got tipped up in the air. There was 3 Ravens. Houston beat the right tackle there, pressured Pickett, and then somebody got a hand on it. Who was number 96? He was looking for Johnson rather, and Owe somehow could not locate the football. 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here is Najee Harris this time. Najee Harris on 2nd down will push the pile and get a gain of about 6, setting up 3rd and 4. This is old school smash mouth Ravens versus Steelers right here. Love to see it. Absolutely. I agree. Najee Harris up to 97 yards. J.K. Dobbins has 91. We have a whole 12 minutes to go here, and both running backs should get over 100 yards on the day. 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap, drops back. Pickett looking, throwing it to the right side. Has his man, Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson makes a man miss. Down to the right sideline, and he's out of bounds at about the 15, 14-yard line. Deontay Johnson is one of the most shiftiest receivers in the league. He's not the fastest, but as far as shiftiness and just the quick movement and agility, he's up there for one of the number 1 in the entire football league. It's so fun to watch him sometimes. He's sometimes a ditz. He just makes weird boneheaded plays sometimes, but he is a really good football player. Here we go. Puts a man in motion, takes a snap out of the single back, handoff up the middle here for Warren, and Warren this time will get a big hit in the middle of that line and get a gain of only about 1.5 yards or so. It'll be 2nd down. What up, Watt? Why do organizations continue to do things that make 0 sense? Why name the mascot Major Tutty when we don't even ever get Tutties? We wait until week 17 to show the product? Yeah, it's horrible. How many years do you think you should give a rookie before replacing him? Depends, man. It depends. All right, as a 5th-round rookie, you may only get a season. If it's a 1st round, you should probably get like at least 3. But it also depends on how bad he is. Ooh, nice run up the middle for no gain. Tackle for loss. It is Urban making another nice play. He's flashed a couple of times across the screen. Number 97. This time he plays defensive tackle, the 1 technique there. Maybe a 2. And he just beats the lineman to the spot, and he loses 2 yards as Warren on the play. So the Ravens trying to get a stand here, force him to settle for another field goal. It'll be 3rd and 10 at the 15-yard line now. 2 receivers to each side. Pickett in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Pickett looking, scanning, going to the left side into the end zone, and incomplete, looking for Sims. And he threw it to nobody. Not sure what in the world was going on there. Sims was the closest receiver, but it was like 10 yards away, not on the same page with somebody. Maybe that was just a throwaway. Maybe it was a smart throwaway, not trying to take a sack, make the field goal any harder. Didn't like what he saw, felt pressure coming. I don't know. Smart is a relative term, though. I don't know if the pressure was really there, but maybe he felt it and just felt, you know what, I just got to get rid of the football. Don't want to turn it over. Here we go. From the right hash, 33-yard attempt here for Boswell. We have the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. No doubter, right down the middle. And it is now a 4-point game here, 13-9. Ravens on top. 9:44 to go here in the 4th quarter. Will Mike Tomlin keep his streak of never having a below 500 season, or will this finally be the year, as he went towards a rookie quarterback, that he will fall to below 500? I do like the direction of this team in many ways, though. I think they do have a lot of young, nice pieces. I like their quarterback. I love their receivers with George Pickens and Deontay Johnson. I like their tight end with Pat Freiermuth. Very young team. Najee Harris at running back. They got to continue to work on that offensive line, continue to add to that defense as well. Like when TJ Watt is not in the game, it's clear that they go down a notch. So this next draft should be definitely defensive heavy and offensive line heavy between the two, and continue to just build this nice young team, and we'll see what Mike Tomlin can do. For a quarterback, it should be 1 year, but in the 2nd year, he should be improving, and by the 3rd year, you should tell if he's him or not. As I said, it all depends. Like, is he showing flashes? Is he a first rounder? Is he not? Does he have potential? Is he just a dud, like Dwayne Haskins or Josh Rosen, or, I'm sure there's other, Mitch Trubisky, just kidding, he had some moments he had a 12-4 season, I believe, in his 2nd year. But, it's all situationally dependent, right? Does he have a good offensive line? Is he in a good situation? Is the situation around him terrible? I don't know. There's many reasons that you may or may not move on from a quarterback. There's not an exact science, but I would say at maximum, if he's not doing it by 3 years, you're probably ready to move on. And then sometimes 1 year is enough, just a few games. But most of the time, I would say at least 2 full seasons. If he shows some promise, give him the 3rd. If he doesn't step up, move on. There is time for 4 more field goals and a safety. And the NHL team will have mom/dad trips where the parents of the players will travel with the team. Apparently, it was Montreal's mom trip when the Caps destroyed them, and then Ovi took a picture with it. Oh, gosh. We play San Francisco again next season. Is that true? Like, do we play, like, the NFC West? Is that what you're... No, we don't. We don't play the NFC West. We don't play San Francisco next year. We won't. All right, here's the catch at the 5-yard line here, running up the middle, and he does make a guy miss, rolling to the right side, down the right sideline, and a big return here for the Ravens inside Steelers territory, all the way up to about the 40-yard line for Hill. Justice Hill on the return, and that's a huge play for the Ravens here because the touchdown puts a lot of pressure right now on Pittsburgh. I posted the pic of the meme in the chat. Nice. What's y'all opinions on Justin Fields and his future? I think Justin Fields is sky's the limit for the kid. Absolute stud. He's got tremendous mobility, but yeah, he can also throw the ball if they get a team around him. Continue to add pieces on that offense. Who's his number 1 receiver? Chase Claypool? That's not good enough. Montgomery's a nice running back, but that's pretty much, and I like Cole Kmet too. But yeah, I don't know. Takes the snap, handoff up the middle here. J.K. Dobbins will lose yards on that one. Nice defense there by the Steelers, all over it. There's a couple of people, but of course included in that is ya boy, T.J. Watt. He's 2nd and 13 here for the Ravens. Just don't have... yeah, exactly. Recipe for disaster. If Fields doesn't get his knees blown out, they got to get better on the line and his upgrades at receiver. Yeah, the offense over there in the Steelers needs a lot of upgrades. Honestly, that team needs upgrades. They're just not a very talented football team. They have a couple of nice pieces, but overall, they need to really here we go, going deep and incomplete. Huntley, I'm not sure exactly who he was looking for. 3rd and 12. And it's incomplete. I'm not sure who the receiver was, but Micah Fitzpatrick was in the coverage. I think it was one of the tight ends. I think it was Oliver. So TJ Watt, he gets cut and then pressures the quarterback. Nice. Chicago's another team that needs to trade back 2 times to get 10 extra picks. Yeah, that'd be nice. If you were the Bears, yeah. 3rd and 12. 2 receivers to each side here. Huntley in the shotgun takes a snap. Looking, quick throw over to the left side, and it's going to be dropped. What a hit by Edmonds. And now it's not going to be field goal range. They just tried to get something for Justin Tucker, but they'll have to settle for a punt. Because that is a 60-yard-ish field goal attempt. And otherwise, that could have been a nice catch of 5 yards, making it a makeable field goal there for Tucker. Oh, man, that's a huge tackle by Edmonds. And they will settle for the punt. I think it's Coach, right? Coke? There's the kick. Will they pin him back deep? And it will be punted and fair caught at about the 8-yard line there by Steve Sims. So 92 yards between Kenny Pickett and the end zone. They are down by 4. They could settle for a field goal here, make it a 1-point game. And wouldn't it be a total Ravens score for like the Steelers to win this game 15-13? A Ravens-Steelers matchup, just an ugly non-football score of 15-13. Pittsburgh, we ain't dead yet. That's right. I don't think Bears need to trade for more picks since they have a lot of cap space and they will get Will Anderson. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, that's a nice get. If they can end up with Will Anderson, that would be really nice. It's true. And, I mean, if they don't trade back and they just take Will Anderson, I'm not mad at them. I think that's solid. No, they both need a safety. That actually isn't the worst idea. Pick 10 linemen and 10 receivers and see who sucks. Yeah. Why do you want the score to be 15-11, Bod? Oh, no, they both need to... Oh, I see what you're saying. And have it 15-11. Yeah. That'd be funny. We had 6 picks and only 2 is okay. I mean, Jahan's good. Brian Robinson's good. And Christian Holmes okay. And then 2 incomplete. So I would say 3 okay picks. Okay to good picks, you know. I mean, call them good. I don't care. 3 good picks, 2 incompletes, and 3 bad picks. What do you think the score is for next week's Washington finale? I don't know. Probably 1,000,000-4. Here we go. Steelers have the ball at their own 8-yard line here. Pickett under center. 2 tight ends on the left, 2 receivers to the right. Now one goes in motion to the left, takes the snap, counter to the right side in the run play. Warren gets the edge, and he will run hard and get a gain of about 5 or 6. Looks like they'll give him 6 yards on the carry up to the 13-yard line. 8.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Must be a gain of 5 then at the 13. The randomness amuses you, does it? Yeah. What happened to this game? Yeah. That's one of those that you hate in the, you ever play the pool, the football pool? It is a gain of 6. They got to the 14. That's what I thought they did. Here we go. Takes a snap. Handoff up the middle here for Warren, and Warren will just put that head down. A nice carry up to about the 23-yard line, or 22. And I keep calling him TJ Warren. Jaylen Warren makes a nice play there up the middle. Who's TJ Warren? Why do I keep saying TJ Warren like I know who that is? It sounds familiar. Does he play basketball for like the Pacers or something? Takes a snap. Going deep, giving Deontay a Johnson. Oh my gosh, does he make that grab? He makes the catch. Oh my goodness, what an absolutely crazy grab. Stevens had great coverage. No, he's not in bounds. No. Replay assist is going to say this is incomplete. He did not get that second foot in bounds. No toe drag. Second and 10. No, Dallas can still get the number 1 seed. Yeah. Dallas will just let us win to screw with us. Nah. I love entropy. Yeah. Here we go. All right. Come on, Steelers. Are they going to make a game out of this, or will the Ravens just shut them down? There's Marcus Peters on the sideline trying to hype up the crowd here. Ravens at home, trying to win in front of that home crowd and make Mike Tomlin have his first losing season. Pickett in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Pickett looking, stepping up, now rolling. And he's going to stay inside, and he's going to take the sack. You got to throw the football away there if you're Kenny Pickett. Unbelievable. Loses about 7 or 8 yards on the play. You got to just throw that one away and live another down. Instead, he just put his head down and just tried to get what he could running the ball. Just throw the football. Kenny Pickett. Not sure what he was looking at. I mean, I understand that it's not a lot of people open, but just throw the football away in the area of a receiver. Now it's 3rd and 18 instead of 3rd and 10. Pickett in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Blitz coming. They pick it up decent, throwing it over to the right side, and it's going to be dropped by Pat Freiermuth and the Eagles. Excuse me, not the Eagles, the Ravens. I don't know why I thought of another bird. The Ravens make a big stop there, and that will force a punt with under 7 minutes to go. And now it'll be back onto the Steelers' defense to try to keep them in this game. A lack of order or predictability in sport, a gradual decline into disorder is just so much more fun than knowing what is going to happen week to week. Yeah. There's the catch at the 35-yard line and out of bounds, the 36-yard line. Did you just Google the actual definition of entropy? I didn't. Entropy? I didn't Google it. Not that I really know the definition. I just read. I watched a ton of documentaries. I gotcha. I just kind of read into context clues. And my wife does science. She does science. What does that mean, your wife does science? Isn't there a entropy Hulk? Is there? No idea. No idea. A little word, big meaning. Got it. He was the breaker of worlds Hulk. Entropy, though, is more often used to describe the end of the universe. What are you watching? That feels like something Neil deGrasse Tyson would say or something. Is that where you heard that word, end of the universe? I don't know. Just throwing out a guess. Neil deGrasse Tyson, though, did have a good voice for documentaries. We went to one of the science museums in D.C., and Neil deGrasse Tyson was the one for space. It was a pretty cool, like, little show thing that they had going on. He narrated it, but you basically, like, sat back into a seat, and, like, the screen was like the ceiling. And it was like a wild-looking situation and just all sorts of things. It was a pretty cool show. Recommend it if you haven't done it. My wife hates Bill Nye. I have to watch his stuff when she isn't around. That's funny. Tim, who do you think will win WrestleMania? No idea. I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. I got pretty into wrestling back when it was like Triple H and Shawn Michaels were teamed up on DX. Randy Orton and Edge were the bad guys. John Cena was like the world champion. Like that was around when I got into it. Here we go. Takes a snap, rolling to his right. Quick throw and caught by Mark Andrews. And Andrews will just go forward, try to get whatever he can. Looks like it'll be a gain of about 4. Bring down 2nd and 6. Hacksaw Jim Duggan will win. I think Cam Sims getting 3 receptions a year is insane to me. Just does not make any sense. Why don't they force him the ball? He's not that great. But unfortunately, he's our only big receiver. We should have drafted a guy with size, but Cam Sims is meh, you know? He'll have a couple of nice plays, but then a few drops. 3 receivers to the left. Huntley in the shotgun, 2nd and 6 at their own 40. Takes the snap, handoff to J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins will get tripped up and fall forward, though, still for about a gain of a 2 or 3. It looks like 3. So it should be 3rd and 3 coming up for the Ravens. Steelers here are in a tough situation. You don't want to get in the ring with your Yokozuna. He will beat Hulk Hogan. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, is that a real wrestler? I have no idea. Dugan? No idea. Don't know him at all. 3rd and 3. Huntley in the shotgun. 2 receivers each side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle here. And no gain for J.K. Dobbins. Gets stuffed on 3rd and 3. And the clock will continue to run. But Kenny Pickett will get the ball back one more time at least to try to either get within a point, or you're getting close to the point where now you need the touchdown. The last drive you could have settled for a field goal, but now you're getting to a point where it pretty much has to be a touchdown. Tim, you totally botched these comments. Oh, I completely believe it. I'm not surprised by that at all. Here we go. There's the kick. And it will be a touchback. Oh, I thought that may have bounced out of bounds right there at like the 2-yard line. But all right, it is a touchback, so Kenny Pickett will get the ball at the 20-yard line. Will he show a clutch gene here? That's what I live for, Justin. The Polish Hammer would crush him. Yeah. The Iron Sheik isn't messing around this year. That belt is his. Oh, my goodness. What, did you just Google stuff? Do you actually watch that? I don't watch WWE at all. Cam was wide open on the last pick by Carson. He even looked at Sims and still opted to force it to Jahan. Yeah, so that was horrible. And Carson played like absolute dog doo-doo this week. It's horrible. It's horrible, 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 horrible. These names are from like 30 years ago, Tim. We were just messing around. Ah, got it. Well, I know Hulk Hogan is old. I knew that. But I didn't know Hacksaw Jim Dugan, Yokozuna, didn't know him. The Polish Hammer, no idea. Ivan Putski, never heard of him. I figured the Hulk Hogan one was a joke, but the other ones, you could have totally convinced me they were still a wrestler now or later. I only watched wrestling for a very short period of time, maybe a year, if that. As I said, John Cena was the championship belt holder. I really only watched Raw, didn't really care about SmackDown. So I really watched just Monday Night Raw, and that storyline I liked better than SmackDown, I guess. I don't know exactly why, but that's just what I did. So John Cena was the champion, or the belt, and then DX was pretty popular then. I think there was like a Umaga or something like that, some weird wrestler like that had face paint. And then you had the Great Khalid. Was that his name? The Great Khalid? That was cool. And what was the guy's name that did... What was his name? Chris Masters or something? He did the Master Lock, where he basically put his arms under your arms and locked you in and said you couldn't get out. I don't know. I liked it then. That was fun. The Polish Hammer is Ivan Putski? Well, there you go. I haven't watched wrestling since the 70s. Gotcha. Yeah, that's wrestling. Here we go. Kenny Pickett, under center. Takes a snap, handoff up the middle here. Najee Harris will make a nice run here. Another one, gets a gain of about 7. Najee Harris, over 100 yards. 4 minutes to go. Steelers need a touchdown. And I actually like this, slow the game down, have a 4-minute offense. You end it with points. You don't give the Ravens many opportunities to score again. And you win this game. Takes the snap. Pickett looking, scanning, stepping up, now throwing it to the right side, and it will be caught by Najee Harris. Dangerous tackle around the knees, but he looks like he's fine, gets right up, but he only gains 2 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 1 here for Stevens. Sorry, for the Steelers. Stevens made the tackle. Tim sounds like he's desperately trying to fit in. As I said, that was the only time I watched wrestling. That was the only time. Everything else, I have no idea. No idea. I was really into it, though, for a short time. I really enjoyed it, but outside of that, meh. Here we go. Kenny Pickett, under center, puts Steve Sims in motion. They're going to QB sneak it, and he will get it. That'll move the chains here for the Steelers. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Give me some Ted DiBiase any day. I have no idea what you guys are talking about. No idea. No idea. Feel bad for Tua. Yeah, did Tua actually have all those injuries I heard about? Did anyone see the documentary, The $1 Million Man? That's not a documentary, right? Isn't that a movie? First and 10. In the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Takes a snap. 4-man rush. Looking Pickett. Rolling to his left now. Keeps his eyes downfield and finds his man. Looks like it's Pat Freiermuth, and he'll be right at midfield. 2:20 to go. Will the Steelers get one more play in before the 2-minute warning here? 2:15, 14. They're getting lined up. 2 receivers to each side. 10 seconds before the 2-minute warning now. In the shotgun, kicks that leg up. Pickett takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking, going to the deep down the middle, and makes the grab to Steve Sims. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. Wait a minute, what's the flag? Looks like it's holding against the Steelers. Penalty will be declined. First down. Wow. Wow. Penalties declined. First down. It was Kyle Hamilton who gets called for it. Wow. Kenny Pickett Kenny frickin' Pickett right now. Looking solid. Avoided the rush. Somehow makes that throw on the run. Finding Freiermuth, and Freiermuth makes a great comeback catch. Freiermuth has a heck of a chin, doesn't he? Good cheekbones. His jawline is way wider than the rest of his head. It's like me. And then Kenny Pickett finds the cover, notices it's cover 2, and slices it in between the two safeties right over the linebacker, and Steve Sims made an incredible catch. Wow. Kick the field goal now and save time? No. They need the TD, yep. Here we go. Kenny Pickett on this drive, 3 for 3 for 50 yards. Let's see if he keeps it up. Here we go. Kenny Pickett. First round pick, number 20 overall, out of the University of Pittsburgh. Got drafted by his favorite team. Trying to do it for him right now. Takes the snap, handoff. No, it's a jet sweep to Steve Sims, and Steve Sims goes out of bounds with 1:55 to go. It's kind of not exactly what they want. They want the clock to move right now, because if you do end up with a touchdown here, you don't want them to give time to give Justin Tucker an opportunity here. Here we go. 2 minutes. 1:55 to go. 2nd and 6. 2 receivers to each side. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. Here's Najee Harris. Najee Harris jumping over the pile and will get the first down at the 12-yard line. And it looks like the Ravens will use their first of 2 timeouts. Najee Harris jumping over a diving defender at his feet. This is tough, hard-nosed football here in Pittsburgh. I feel like we haven't even seen that many drives. That's the other crazy thing. It's just slow. I mean, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 total drives in the whole game. That's like nothing. 8 or less drives for both teams. That's incredibly low. It's actually crazy low. So it's just a low-scoring, slow game, not a whole lot of huge plays. Oh, they don't give him the first down, so it's 3rd and 1 right now at the, I guess, 12.5-yard line, 3rd and inches here. Player models in Madden 23 look weird. Here we go. 3 receivers. No, wait, 2 to each side. Now 1 goes in motion. Kenny Pickett's going to QB sneak, and this time it's the second effort that gets him to get past. He didn't get there at first, but he does find a way to sneak through, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Steelers. 1.5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Baltimore has 1 timeout remaining, so they do not have enough to stop this clock. Now you're around the 11-ish yard line, 12-yard line. This is going to be an awkward. It's going to be the 12-yard line. What do you do here if you're the Steelers? You want the clock to run because you don't want to give the Steelers a lot of time. Najee Harris hugging his quarterback and just pushing him forward. So 1st and 10, 3 receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Pickett drops back to pass. Going to the end zone, and he overthrows Deontay Johnson. I just hate that decision here. If you're the Steelers, to take a shot to the end zone, you don't need to. You want to throw it underneath. Keep the clock running and see what you got. I mean, I wouldn't even mind like a tunnel screen or something. I don't know, like mesh patterns. I would throw it across the middle. You want that clock to run. Techno Bowl was fun in the 90s. There you go. Here we go. 2 receivers to each side. Takes the snap. Handoff to Najee Harris. Harris will only get tackled for a gain of 1. Now it's 3rd and 9, and the Ravens will use their last timeout. I really hate that decision by the Steelers on 1st down to throw it to the end zone here. I would have rather ran on first down, allowed the clock to continue to run, and then you throw it. I feel like that was backwards right now if you're the Steelers. Now you're in a bad situation. You're in a bad way. Minute and 2 seconds. 3rd and 8. Your whole playbook is open here. You can even run it again if you really wanted to. Try to get a gain to make it 4th and short. This is definitely 4 down territory. I wouldn't even be mad about it because then the clock would go way down. Honestly, if they wanted to do a run play here, I'm really not mad at it. My parents screwed up by anything else. Atari. Here we go. 3 receivers to the left. Pickett in the shotgun. Puts a man in motion. Takes a snap. Looking. Pickett avoids the rush. Now rolling to his right side. Going to throw it to the end zone. Touchdown! Are you kidding me? What a throw by Kenny Pickett to Najee Harris. It's a touchdown with 56 seconds. And the Steelers right now are up 15-13, pinning an extra point. Holy smokes. That was an insane throw. Perfect dot to Najee Harris. Najee Harris making a great catch as well in the end zone. Holy crap. It looked like he may have even almost gotten sacked. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. Now the Steelers are up by 3 with 56 seconds left. Tyler Huntley will try to give Justin Tucker an opportunity to get into field goal range, but we have a ball game here. What is good for this century? I like my Jeep Grand Cherokee. Yeah. Who's ready for some overtime? We'll see. I mean, Justin Tucker can make it from, like 84 yards away. So there you go. Fun fact, Stinson Bennett and Lamar are the same age. I did hear that. That is wild, isn't it? One's going for the college football championship. The other one's going into the playoffs trying to win a Super Bowl. It's crazy. What up, Reaper? Wow. All right, here we go. Kenny Pickett. What a drive there to take the lead, trying to get into the playoffs. All right. It's not going to be returned here, so a touchback. So the 25-yard line. Let's see if TJ Watt gets a sack to end this game. Oh, my goodness. Well, the problem with the Ravens here, man, now they're in a forced situation where you have to pass. The receivers are completely suspect at best. You also have a backup quarterback in here. What will Tyler Huntley be able to do? See what kind of moxie does he have? What does he have in the tank to make this game interesting here? 56 seconds, 2 receivers to each side. Isaiah Likely goes in motion now from left to right, 3 receivers to the right. At the 25, takes a snap. Steps up, throwing it underneath, and it'll be incomplete, looking for Isaiah Likely in the flat. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 52 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Is 15 the key entropy of... Yeah. Is it in this game, it seems? I don't know. TJ Watt is hungry, yep. The Ravens don't want to pay Lamar, might as well draft Stinson. Exactly. Here we go. 52 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. 2nd and 10. Huntley down by 3. Needs about 40 yards to give Justin Tucker an opportunity here. Here we go. 4 receivers now to the left. 1 motioned out there. Takes a snap. Steps up. Avoids the rush. Now rolling to his right. Stiff arms a man. Stays on his feet. Keeps his eyes downfield and throws it to the middle of the end zone, or middle of the field rather. And it's completely incomplete. The only people there near it to maybe get an interception were Steelers players. 45 seconds. There is a flag on the field, though. What is the flag going to be? Holding. Offense number 64. 10-yard penalty, moving back 10 yards. Tyler Linderbaum, the rookie, out of Iowa, gets called for holding here. Wow, that was holding. That was an interesting call. But there you go. 2nd and 20 now for the Ravens. They get to down back, which might be even more important, honestly. It's obviously 4-down territory, 2 receivers each side. Now need about 50 yards, though. Takes the snap, throwing it over the middle field. Wide open is Mark Andrews, and Andrews is going to get a nice play here of 18 yards, and now it's 3rd and 2. This is what I'm talking about, right? The play, the down is almost more important here. 30 seconds. Huntley hurrying up to the line. 3 receivers to the right. No timeouts. 25, 24 takes the snap. Huntley, quick throw over the middle. Will be caught by Andrews. Gets the first down. Holy crap, and fumble! Steelers have it! Mark Andrews gives himself up! Hold up. Mark Andrews gave himself up and was trying to get the ball to the line. Then it was knocked out after he got up. He was never touched. All right, the clock went down, but yes. Okay, so they're going to say he gave himself up. All right, so it is 1st and 10. They're going to reset the clock to 18 seconds and start it on their time. Oh, the 22 seconds. Ooh, they get some home cooking here. And they spike it here with 20 seconds left. Ravens get lucky. I mean, hey, honestly, the Steelers are kind of lucky they didn't get called for delay of game. But he gives himself up. Oh, you know what? He was down by contact anyway. Actually, looking at that, Minka Fitzpatrick made contact with him with his knee on the ground still, it looked like. So it wouldn't have mattered. 20 seconds left now. 2nd and 10 after the spike. 4 receivers to the left. Empty backfield set, takes the snap. Huntley rolling to his right, throwing down to the middle of the field, and intercepted! Game over! What in the world? That's 2nd time Huntley did that in this drive. I have no clue what he was looking at, but the Steelers get the interception, and the game is over! Kenny Pickett gets the game-winning drive to potentially send his team to the playoffs here. They're going to move to 8-8, and the Steelers, the last week of the season, will have the Browns. And the Browns are not a very good football team, so they definitely could win, try to fight their way back into the playoff spot. They do need some other teams to lose. Steelers are not in any guaranteed at all, but Mike Tomlin may keep that unsportsmanlike conduct flag. Pittsburgh, non-uniform personnel comes on the field. It doesn't matter. The game's over. That's after the play. They just got to kneel it. The game is over. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. All right, they kneel it, and the game is over. Pittsburgh 16, Baltimore 13. What a game, man. What a game. That was exciting, as usually it is when you have the Steelers and the Ravens going at it. Mike Tomlin keeps his streak alive, potentially. With the win next week, he will now continue his 16-year streak of not going below 500 as a head coach. Absolutely incredible. Great job by him. But that's a game, man. That is the game. Barnyard time. Yeah, exactly. Kenny Pickett's 2nd game-winning TD. Very nice. Justin is going to win the cartoon. What? Kev, what? I don't even know what I'm reading. What's up, everybody? All right, well, that's the game. And it was cool, man. Good for him. Kenny Pickett had a big day. Huntley throws a pick to ice it. Nice running days by Najee Harris and J.K. Dobbins, looking really strong. Mark Andrews, 9 catches, 100 yards. That is hilarious. Out of 130 yards, Mark Andrews has 100. That's the state right now of the Ravens. They have no receiving core. It's disgusting, and somehow they're 10-6. Respect to John Harbaugh and that coaching staff. They'll have next week the Bengals. They don't really. They do need to win to try to maintain the fifth seed rather than the sixth seed, but pretty much winning the division is not in the cards, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, the game is over. So it was fun. Thank you for Tim. Why would you know what you are reading when we are in a mood? That's true. That is the chat is the wild, wild west, ain't it? Especially when we have the guy from Montana there reading it or writing it, right? Oh wait, are you Montana or Idaho? Now I'm all drawing a blank. Because Mark Kearns is also Montana, right? You're in Montana, right? Am I crazy? I think you are. I could be wrong though. But anyway, yeah, you are in Montana. Okay, good. Second game. I was only wrong when I thought I was wrong, you know? One of those. But here we go. Hey, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Also, in the description below, there's a Discord link. Hop on our Discord and come talk some football with us. Last but not least, there are ways to donate to the channel in the description below, or you can become a channel member. Just 99 cents a month can help support the channel and get some emojis in the chat. Hang out with us and just support me, man, right? Support the channel. I appreciate all of you. And we will see you tomorrow night for a banger of a game. We have the Buffalo Bills and the Cincinnati Bengals trying to go for an opportunity. What in the world is going on? There's Justin Goins, membership of 2 months. Appreciate you, Justin. That's awesome. Huvon Lee in the chat. He's always watching. I appreciate you. And then you always comment at the end. I do appreciate it. Even if you're just here watching, it's awesome. But hey, make sure you always, as soon as you get in, hit that like button. Seriously, it helps a lot. It's easy to do. After that, you can just sit back and watch. It's no big deal after that. But just as soon as you get in, you hop in right underneath, you hit the like button, and it really helps the channel grow and helps the stream get out to more people and helps that algorithm. So I appreciate it. But here we go. Another 50 years to go. There you go. Hopefully I'm doing this for 50 years. Wouldn't that be cool? But all right, I'm out of here. Until next time.